Jiu-Jitsu Overdose is coming to Cancun in December. Hello, everybody. The BJJ scene has been on fire as of late, and this is my absolute best attempt at trying to create the ultimate Jiu-Jitsu experience. Check this out. All the inch-by-inch Jiu-Jitsu shows back to back to back. 4 straight nights of awesome Jiu-Jitsu events streaming live and exclusively on UFC Fight Pass. Thursday night through Sunday night. December 11th through December 16th in Cancun, Mexico. Combat Jiu-Jitsu Mexico Thursday night. Then Medusa Friday night. Then EBI Saturday night. Then Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds the final night. All exclusively on UFC Fight Pass. Or if you've been saving money for a crazy vacation and would love to witness this madness live, for $2K, you get 5 nights at an all-inclusive 5-star resort in Cancun, Planet Hollywood. And that means free food and free drinks in case you didn't know. Then a high-level jiu-jitsu seminar every afternoon, including Jean-Jacques Machado and Gio Martinez. And then a high-level jiu-jitsu show every goddamn evening. EBI, CJJ Worlds, Medusa, and CJJ Mexico. 4 awesome jiu-jitsu shows for 4 straight nights, plus Sam Tripoli and Chingo Bling doing late-night stand-up comedy. Then you could party your ass off any way you want after that because you don't have to be at the seminar the next day till noon. Imagine, we have 150 rooms reserved at Planet Hollywood. It's 6 months away. I believe the rooms will sell out quick. Tickets go on sale August 1st. You also will be able to reserve your spot with a down payment, or you could just relax at home and watch all this jiu-jitsu goodness live exclusively on UFC Fight Pass. This is the best I can do. So far, anyways, I hope y'all's like it. Thank you tremendously for the support. See you in Cancun. Hook Thieves will be playing September 13th in Venice at the Rose Room. Don't miss it. Tickets available on eventbrite.com. Doors open at 8. We're opening the show. Get there early. See ya. This episode is brought to you by Cellular Performance Institute. Is your body beat up and broken down? Look into stem cells today. It could change your life. Go to cellularperformanceinstitute.com.
I can't believe I won.
And you still got people out there with double mask and face shields and shit. Look into it.
You can tell it's real because it looks so fake.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Look Into It. Tonight, all we're talking about is BJJ, maybe a little vaccine, too, with the man, the myth, the legend, Craig Jones. What's up, Craig?
What's going on, man? I just been busy promoting this event. I feel like I just left you in LA, actually. I feel like we were just with you.
Yeah, man. That weekend, it's the weekend in Vegas of August 16th, 17th, and 18th.
16th, 17th, CJI, 17, 18, ADCC.
Yeah, man, that is going to be so much fun. I know there's a lot of controversy around, why it happened and all that, and I'm sure people have heard, all the stories already. But for me, I promote my own show. I should be jealous. I should be like, fuck, what are you doing? You're fucking everything up for us. But I'm not. I'm like, I'm a fan first. I'm only doing, I promote because no one else wanted to do my format. I was trying to not sell, but give my format to Grappling 5. Remember 5? Naga, a Grappler's Quest. I said, dude, let's do this. And they were like, you're fucking nuts. And then Victor is the one who, he's the Spanish commentator for the UFC. He said, hey, listen, how about let me produce it and you just be the face of it? And I'm like, I don't want to be no fucking promoter. I didn't want to do that. I was like, nah. But then I thought, okay, as long as I don't have to do any negotiations with fighters, I don't want to negotiate. We're going to set it up where there's no negotiation. Winner take all. You get paid based on how you perform. I'm not a negotiator. Can you imagine having a jiu-jitsu show with 10 fights, on a card, all single fights, and you got to negotiate with each dude? Fuck that. I'm not into that.
And they talk to each other. That's the worst part.
Exactly. But the first time I heard of you, I've told the story a couple times, but for those who haven't heard it, it was EBI. I was preparing for EBI 11. And this was in Los Angeles. And Barrett Yoshida, a jiu-jitsu legend in San Diego, he was in the Abu Dhabi I was in 2003. The guy's still grappling. He's an animal. He just sent me a DM on Instagram and said, "Yo, there's this guy named Craig Jones. He's a purple belt, but he just came through my school and he wrecked everybody." He goes, you got to use him for EBI. I'm like, Barry Yoshida saying that, and out of the blue, he hits me up. You're fucking in. So I contacted you and put you in the show, and you were a purple belt. So basically, you were one of the low seeds. I didn't know anything about you. I just knew you were a bad motherfucker based on what Barrett said. And you were one of the low seeds, and Nathan Orchard was one of the high seeds. That's one of my black belts. So I'm like, okay, I'll give you, purple belt, get warmed up, and you tapped him out with the leg lock. Do you remember the leg lock you got him with?
Yeah, some weird entry where I pushed him to his butt and then threw up the leg scissor and held him there for a couple seconds before I got to his heel. But it was he had actually just beaten me a couple months before.
Yeah, with a triangle, right? He put you in a triangle?
So I came out, jumped a triangle on him, held him in it for 7 minutes. He's hard to submit, so I'm squeezing. There's 30 seconds left in the match. I eventually I had no squeeze left in my legs at all. I gave it everything. And then I got up with jelly legs, and with no time left at all, he slides in and gets a heel hook on me. But even if I'd gone to overtime, I was that tired in that match. I'm dead anyway. Orchard's hard. I got to choke.
Yeah, now I remember. That's right, because Nathan said, "Yeah, I just beat that guy," and then I watched the match. I'm like, "Damn, you had him in a triangle too." So it wasn't like he smoked you, but then he beat you, and I was just shocked. I was like, "Whoa, who is this motherfucker?" And then who did you have next? Like Wagner Rocha or something?
Dara O'Connell.
Oh, and what happened in that match? I forget.
You know what? Something weird happened where I armbarred him, but there was a reset, and then I submitted him basic. I had him dead to rights, and then I got him with another heel hook entry. So I was just two for two. I think actually all 5 of my victories at EBI are just heel hooks.
Yeah, but dude, that's huge. You beat Nathan Orchard. Nathan Orchard is a bad motherfucker. You beat him. You got him with a leg lock, and he was one of my top leg lock guys. He was all over leg locks. And then you beat Dara O'Connell. That guy's a bad motherfucker too. He's from Ireland. He's a black belt under Salo Ribeiro or Shandi or something like that, right?
Yep. He's out there in Ireland. And then I had Wagner. Wagner kind of played it sort of cagey during regulation. And then he spent so long on my back in overtime without the finish. I think he changed the rules afterwards. You're like, we can't have another 10-minute overtime round.
That's what, yes. I remember now. I remember going, okay, we got to change this. We need to put a time limit on the OTs.
You're up over 4 minutes.
And he's taking that orthodox setup.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, and nicely done by Craig Jones. That was lightning fast. Much different tail there at the top of the second than the top of the first.
Yeah, if there's a third one, I'm pretty sure Rocha's going to go back to the back.
Now, obviously, a submission again for Craig Jones here would win the match, but Riding Time has to play heavy in his mind if he can't get the submission.
Yeah, at the bottom of the second, I mean, this may be his last opportunity to pull off the win here.
Again, really going for the squeeze. Now, is there anything there, or is Craig Jones chasing something and forcing something that's not going to, make something happen? I mean, Hosh is answering the phone a little bit, but, you look at the two gentlemen's faces, looks like Jones the one that's...
I have yet to see somebody get finished with a rear naked choke with the arm in that much space, unless he's trying to set something off, or he's trying to get a reaction out of Rocha, which can then lead to a rear naked choke, but as it stands, that's not enough to get the finish. There it is. There's
look
an
at that.
opportunity. And he got slammed on the top of his head.
I don't...
What?
That
was weird.
It's been weird a few times tonight. Wow. So there was a disengagement of Craig Jones. Victor Davila didn't call time, and then Wagner Hosha escaped.
Yeah, Eddie just overruled it and said that's a switch, that's an escape. So
Ready, set, go.
It's the top of the third overtime. Wagner Hosha up huge on riding time. Craig Jones needs to make something happen here, get free.
yeah, only thing he can really do is try to submit.
Yeah, that's what's going to come down to.
From a disadvantageous position.
Só marca mais tempo aí. Marca pelo menos. Você tá com 3 minutos a mais do que ele. Aí vamos agilizar.
We talk about the tactics of overtime. Would Jones be better to, have Hosha rack up more riding time and maybe get tired? Because, Hosha's up huge. At this point, I might just let it go and try to escape and get it done. And why waste any more energy if you got Gordon Ryan up next?
Mm-hmm. That's definitely not a place you want to be. He's got to get out of that back control. He has to have a different answer for Wagner's back control, because right now he's just wasting too much time here.
You're up by 4 minutes.
But again, unless you think that you can get a submission here, and at this point, I don't even know what benefit it would have for Hosha, why not just let it go? Again, you're expending maybe unnecessary energy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And his corner's claiming that Wagner's up by 4 minutes, which
I believe it.
Yeah, doesn't sound too far off. It's probably, yeah.
I can see your point about maybe you just let him go so you could just escape at that point. But it's still a risk.
Oh, you can get a tap right here. Jones thinking about it. Wagner Hosha cranking on the face. Craig Jones able to get free. That was close.
Almost got him right there.
Wow.
Because the other factor, though, is Wagner is making it harder for Craig Jones to submit him in the next half of this round.
That is true. So the energy that he's, outputting here might just open up a quicker escape.
Yes.
But at what point does it just become too much? If he does this for 2 more minutes, you're up, 6+ minutes.
Já marcou tempo pra caramba, bicho. Se quiser soltar, escapar, você ganha.
Almost free as Jones. Now he's free.
Well, kudos to Wagner for going for the kill, even though he doesn't necessarily need to,
right.
But he was still trying to finish the whole time.
It is the submission-only movement here at EBI. So, all right, now Jones on the back here of Wagner Hosha. We've seen that crush that he's had. Looks like he might go for it again. I have seen someone finish it in MMA. A lady named Celine Haga has employed that. Very flexible, very unorthodox jiu-jitsu practitioner, has submitted some opponents like that in the past. But Wagner Hosha, he's an accomplished grappler, accomplished mixed martial artist as well. So I would be surprised if Craig Jones was able to get this. But then again, I didn't think Craig Jones was going to get past Nathan Orchard in the manner that he did. But Wagner Hosha now stands. He got out of it this way before. He's got to make sure he doesn't get an armbar. And now Wagner Hosha officially ready to take on the king, Gordon Ryan, in our final. It will be Hosha versus Ryan with the EBI Welterweight Championship on the line. To make it official, here is Bruce Buffer.
And the winner by quickest escape, Wagner Hosha.
So he won?
He won, and then he lost to Gordon in the final.
Okay, yeah. Crazy shit, man. That was like 2016 or something, 17? When was that? That was forever ago.
Yeah, a long time. Maybe 2017, because I did EBI Absolutes 2017 and the middleweights 2017.
Now, you were originally training in Melbourne, right, with Lachlan Giles at Absolute MMA?
Yeah, so I started in Adelaide. I trained in Adelaide till purple belt. And then I moved to Melbourne, trained with Lachlan 2 to 3 years went brown to black, and then probably another 2 years, maybe a little bit more, with Danaher.
You know, I got the stem cells in my shoulder.
We should let everybody know this is the place that's in Tijuana. It's run by Scotty Nelson, Ed Clay.
Yeah, Ed Clay, he's the man. Scotty Nelson, the man.
I had just recovered from shoulder surgery, and it wasn't recovering right. I re-injured it. I really felt like I was gonna have to go back in and redo it.
He was having a lot of problems with his knee, also on his shoulder as well. And so we did treatments on those two areas for him the first time he came down, and he got absolutely amazing results.
The first time I went in, it was just one shot. 5 months later, it's healed, 100%.
So really being able to help somebody that I care a lot about and have the opportunity to help make them better, it means a lot.
Eddie Bravo and Scott Nelson.
What's up?
How you guys doing?
How you doing? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? It's working?
Yeah, this week, one of my best friends, Eddie Bravo, is here getting stem cells for his back, getting stem cells for his shoulders.
Eddie and I go way, way back into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. When it first came to America,
I've known Scotty and Ed for 25 years, and they've always been this awesome people, always trying to help people.
Eddie was really famous from the very beginning at Blue Belt of creating his own style of jiu-jitsu.
He's a problem solver in jiu-jitsu. He asked the very logical question that most jiu-jitsu practitioners were thinking but didn't ask back in the day, and that is, how do you deal with a person on top punching you? How do you break the posture of that in the guard and be able to keep them there? And that's what his style is based on, how to have an effective guard for MMA. And he's just evolved it to something that's truly amazing now.
You know, in jiu-jitsu, you're redlining your body on a daily basis. You know, I for sure couldn't roll anymore. I wasn't rolling at all. My shoulder was just a mess. I had just recovered from shoulder surgery, and it wasn't recovering right. I re-injured it. I really felt like I was gonna have to go back in and redo it. I came back to jiu-jitsu a little too early, which happens a lot with jiu-jitsu athletes. They just can't wait to get back on the mat. Right before I was gonna go in and get another surgery on my shoulder, that's when Ed approached me about trying stem cells to see if it works. And we did it, and it healed my right shoulder 100%. I didn't need surgery after all. It's still 100%, it's stronger than ever. It was amazing.
But it worked, man. My shoulder came back, and it's like, you know, a few months later, it's 100% now.
Yeah, it's awesome having Eddie here because he's somebody that I've always looked up to, somewhat like a big brother to me the last 20 years. And you know, he's gone through a lot when it comes to injuries, just like a lot of jiu-jitsu practitioners have. So really being able to help somebody that I care a lot about and have the opportunity to help make them better, it means a lot.
So Eddie, how you feeling?
Yeah, I feel great, man. I came down a mess. Man, I wasn't like, I couldn't play rubber guard at all. It's been over a year and a half since my surgery, and just doing this was, I feel it in here, just tender, but there's zero inflammation, and this does not hurt at all. This is incredible. This is incredible.
That's awesome.
I had major surgery on my shoulder about a year and a half ago as well. They reattached my bicep to my shoulder. It was falling off. You know, it feels good, but we'll see how over time, the stem cells, see what they do, because we just did the stems yesterday. We injected the shoulder, we injected the knee, and then we added some stem cells through IV. You know, it's gonna take a while to see how it all regenerates everything.
I went back to Ed and Scott and, you know, to see if the stems could fix my left shoulder like it did my right shoulder. This time, 4 different shots, you know, using ultrasound to really go right to the tears and really see the tears and hit them is just a lot more advanced now. My shoulder was really bad, my left shoulder, And I was having doubts, even though it fixed my right shoulder. I was like, my left shoulder was so bad. 5 months later, it's healed 100%.
The secondary benefit is regeneration. If there's thinning of the cartilage or the meniscus, or there's inflammation of the tendons or ligaments, or even tears, as long as they are not very big, stem cells can help regenerate those tissues and hopefully avoid surgery, which is what the majority of our patients want, ultimately.
I'm lifting, zero pain. I wasn't able to do bench press, whether it be flat bench, incline or decline. I couldn't do it, man. You just feel it right in the labrum. There's just no way. But now I'm lifting, I've been lifting hard now for the past 6 months, and with zero pain, great results. I'm very, very happy that I went in and got the stems. Very happy.
It's the pump, dog. It's the pump.
There's nowhere else where you can go and spend a week that I know of in the world and get so many proven treatments all put together in a specific package to really make your cells perform better. That's why we're the Cellular Performance Institute.
We're starting to hear that there's a lot of unnecessary surgeries going on. And I would have gotten surgery on my left shoulder. I would have if I didn't have access to stem cells. But thank God I didn't need to go through that again. If you think you need surgery, if you had an MRI and the doctors are telling you you need surgery, look into some stem cells, CPI, look into that. You might not need to get all cut up, and that might be unnecessary. Just look into it, do a thorough research.
So that was kind of the route. But I was in Adelaide, I was mostly just training by myself, trying to learn moves. I even had your textbook back in the day.
Hey, don't blame me for the weed. Don't blame me for the weed. Are you still smoking weed?
Whatever you got to do, what you got to do. Sometimes I did actually smoke your weed pen in the end.
Okay. Hey, I saw clips. I haven't seen the whole episode. I've seen clips of it, but apparently in the episode, you smoked my weed pen by ProPen. It's my own signature line now. I got in the weed game, dog. I'm a drug dealer.
Whoa! Are you guys ready for your next comeback? Please welcome to the stage the #1 Mexican American on this planet Earth. Please welcome Eddie Bravo!
ProPen, the Eddie Bravo signature line, available now in licensed shops in California.
And then in the show, I still haven't seen it. I'm going to see it. But you end up getting high and then going to Area 51?
Yeah, we went to the Tikaboo Peak, which is the last legal spot you can look into the base. It's like a crazy hike. But still, you're still 26 miles away, so it's still hard to see.
Yeah. Did you go there specifically just to get some footage of you at Area 51 specifically? Or were you kind of in Vegas, kind of driving by on your way to
We woke up at like 3 a.m. We're like, because it's so hot. So when I can't do this hike during the day.
What up? Tikaboo Peak song. It's fucking Bilal Muhammad champion.
Did you sleep okay?
I slept okay, but I'm still tired. Fucking Bilal Muhammad.
Did you watch the fight?
Nah.
Looks like a tight fit.
I saw this part on the YouTube channel. I'll be honest, I don't know how to change the tire. We're heading towards Tikaboo Peak. We've been off-roading. I don't know anything about off-roading. I don't know anything about how to even put this fucking Jeep into four-wheel drive mode. But it's fucking beautiful out here in the desert.
Hip switch to double C cup. Trying to twist her side. That's what we're doing with the elbow escape. Other side, same thing. Push him down. Butterfly, swamp walk, outside knee slides, DMs, hip switch.
Yeah.
You got a bulletproof vest on or anything?
I need it. Friday will be a long day. Saturday start later.
And Saturday is going to be the Final Fours.
The Final Fours, Mackenzie Pion and me, Gabby Garcia.
And that's going to be for real. You and Gabby, you guys are going for it.
And we got the secret funding is actually the sex tape we've already filmed that we're going to release.
Queso like cheese katami? Queso katami? And you can come up and videotape this. You got to be up close too. So it's too close to just head and arm.
Yeah.
So I had to change the name. Why would I need a back take? I want you like this. You're like this. I'm gonna keep this one away. And you guys are still doing judges? You guys are still gonna do that? It's like you think like, oh, but every judge has some kind of bias. Points. Because the judges have points and they're judging it their own way. Dude, we're gonna find it a fishbowl. And they go, okay, all the money has always been made from big tournaments, and when you have a big tournament and the competitor is paying, you know why? Because the points. Once you put judges into it, dude, that's points. Their rules, what do they want? The reason why people are watching now is because the trifecta. Joe Rogan, Gordon Ryan, Mo Jassim coming together, kapoo! From 2011, 2013. 2013 in Beijing, there was 11 people. Imagine, there's a minute left, don't do shit, you better not fucking mount. Hold. And then the guy's trying to get out, he's just holding. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, I held. I was in the very first jiu-jitsu tournament in the United States. There's gonna be a lot of tug of war. Judges or no judges? For me, I believe. Okay, keep it going, guys. Those judges that don't know anything, I think they have them in there so you could blame them. You blame them. They go, look at this judge. What's wrong with it? But meanwhile, the casino making all that money. Yeah. Blame the judge. Those judges probably, a bunch of them probably get involved in some shit, but they have to do it. I would, if you came to me and asked for my opinion, I would give it to you anyways, and if you didn't ask.
We were lost, now we're found. We're meant to be keeping an eye out for these fucking things. Yeah, but they're very hard to spot.
Like if you guys need a heavyweight, I just gave Fedor his black belt. That's my personal project. He's here every day. This, like that, all my shit's going into Fedor, man. Fedor, the plan is to take him to the top. Incredible. Like $1 million grand prize. We've never had that in jiu-jitsu. That's always a good thing. Even if it lands on ADCC, it's still $1 million. That's huge, you know? I love the idea. It's amazing. I love it. You know, Craig called me a couple times and told me it was coming down the pipe, and then now it's happening. It's a beautiful thing.
Like that under 80 bracket is pretty nuts. Like, are you excited to be watching that?
Yeah, both brackets are insane. Damn. That under 80 though is retarded. I mean, fuck. As a promoter of jiu-jitsu shows myself, I should be like not happy about it. Like, damn, now I gotta pay more. But I love it. I love it. Anything that brings attention to the sport. You know, I prefer positive attention That's it. But sometimes heels are good for the sport as well, and some beef. Sometimes that's good, but we're just trying to make jiu-jitsu better. It'd be nice to break jiu-jitsu into the mainstream, like, legitimately. See jiu-jitsu, like no-gi jiu-jitsu on ESPN. Now, that was the dream initially for the UFC. Like, oh, we're ever going to see UFC highlights on ESPN? That would be so weird. Back in the day, I lived through that. Like, man, it was like a fantasy. Like a fantasy. It's like one of these days they're going to have like pre-UFC, like football shows before the game. Like when you watch NFL, they're like 2 hours of pre-game. One of these days they're going to do that for the UFC. And bam, that's like, it's normal now. Jiu-jitsu one day, same thing.
Ask you about Gabby versus Craig. Who's your pick?
I'm gonna have to go with Gabby. Yeah, just based on technique and speed.
Athletic ability, health.
Yeah, and her leg locks.
Area 51. We've made it to the peak of Lake Tikaboo. Not Lake, Mount Tikaboo. There's the weather station up there. Rohit, the cameraman, almost fucking died coming up here.
I hate you.
He looks like a Nepalese Sherpa, but that could not be his career path. Area 51, can't see much. That's the last legal spot. It's as close as you can get to see the base. We're looking into it.
Wait, what's that over there?
You just spent days there like, oh, I need to be here acclimatizing and filming content to acclimatize. You didn't film one fucking piece of content acclimatizing shit. You just almost killed him, and that was it. You went there for a fucking training acclimatization video, and all you did is do Gordon's a cuck and almost kill our videographer.
That's good content.
It's good content. It couldn't even be filmed. You can barely recover. What are you talking about?
It's in the vlog.
So we went there, left at 3 a.m., got there, and it was a bit overcast that day, so we couldn't see anything. But yeah, right up there, Tikaboo Peak. Obviously, it's not well marked because they don't want people going to look at Area 51 because there's some really good footage out there. If you have a long enough lens, you can see directly into the base. And I watched this interesting video recently where some guys climbed up and they actually sent a helicopter out to this point. And all the guys started filming the helicopter. And then everyone was like, well, that's pretty fucking genius because they distracted this guy with a helicopter probably while they were moving something on the base because you can still see on a clear day. So it's like they sent out like something to distract them, give them something to film so they're not looking at the base at that exact moment.
Are you into UFOs?
No, not really. I'm interested in everything, I'm not sold either way.
So what do you think UFOs are?
What do I think they are? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I used to be really into UFOs. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, the UFOs that people see are probably high tech man made shit that we just don't understand. That's what I think it is. And the military would want you to think it was from another galaxy or something like that. And it also promotes, NASA's version of space and NASA's version of what we're on. So they like that shit. Anything space, they love space. Oh my God, UFO movies, space movies, Star Wars, they fucking love space. So anything space, they promote and they get behind.
I remember that Tic Tac videos when they sent the planes out, the fighter jets, to look at the location of the Tic Tacs. They didn't even have weapons on board the planes. And I was like, man, if that was a real alien, like if that was a UFO, surely they armed the jets to go investigate.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Bill Cooper?
Bill Cooper, no.
Bill Cooper, not Bill Cooper, the jiu-jitsu guy. Remember Bill Cooper, the jiu-jitsu guy? He was a legend back in the mid 2000s. I don't know if you remember. It was before
Best
you.
American. Yeah.
Bill Cooper and Jeff Glover were killing it in the 2000s. I think Jeff Glover has 100 triangles in competition or something like that. It's amazing. I don't think anybody's competed more than Jeff Glover. I think he's competed more than fucking anybody in jiu-jitsu. I could be wrong, but as far as Americans go, I would say he's right there, top 3, if not number 1. Now, you're in Adelaide. What got you into jiu-jitsu? Do you remember your first experience with jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, my older cousin at the time was a 4-stripe white belt. But Adelaide, I relate more to the older generation of Americans doing jiu-jitsu because Australia was behind. So my experiences of training relate more to, I guess, the darker ages of American jiu-jitsu when it was harder to find, harder to access. People didn't know. So my cousin was a 4-stripe white belt, and he just started teaching classes. So I showed up. They were like, there's 2 people there. And I just trained twice a week for years, just something fun to do. We'd just go do a little bit of MMA training, really just wing it. I didn't even think that there was a career path in it at all. And that's sort of how I started. And that gym got bigger and bigger. And obviously, I remember having to wait for him to be promoted so that he could promote me. Yeah.
So a blue belt gave you a blue belt?
No, so he got his blue belt pretty quick. And then, but for me to get my blue, I had to wait for him to get his purple.
Okay.
Held hostage by the Brazilian mafia, Bring me down, 3 more seminars, I'll give you your brown belt.
What lineage was that? Who was at the top? Was there a Brazilian at the top?
I think my cousin got his blue. I think every belt was a different person. I think.
And what were you? Were you a triangle guy right from the get, at a white belt and blue belt? Because your triangles are insane. You got insane setups. I would say that's your number 1 move, right?
Yeah, that was the first thing I focused on. That's all I'd hit in competition. Gi, no gi, just triangles, same side. I remember my coach was like,
always the same side? Always the same side?
Always. I can barely finish a triangle on the other side.
Me too, man. I'm super one-sided on everything. Everything. I'm a retard on one side, and I'm pretty damn good on the other. The only thing I could do good on both sides, there's one thing. For some reason, spiderweb. Arm bars on both sides, I'm pretty good. Not as good as my strong side, but spiderweb seems arm crushes on both sides are that's the only thing I'm strong on both sides. Other than that, I suck at the other side.
Yeah, if I hit a triangle on the bad side, I'm just like, oh man, I don't know if I can finish this shit. It's hard.
And then what came next? What was? Were you a fan of Marcelo Garcia? Did you watch all his shit?
Yeah, for sure. I used to study a lot of Braulio, Marcelo Garcia. I mean, that ADCC 2009, 2011, 2013, those 3 sort of tournaments were when I was really picking up steam into what I was interested in. I actually just did the podcast with Stuart Cooper, so I would say Stuart Cooper's highlight reels of those events.
Oh yeah, he's
so good to watch.
Classic, like the one. Do you remember the one he did on the Crone versus Gary Tonin match?
Crazy.
Oh,
that's one of the best games ever.
Oh man, and that was 2013 in Beijing, and I thought ADCC was over at that point. I go all the way to China. I corner Amir Alam, and there's 11 people in the audience. There was 11. I counted them. It was.
Didn't Sheikh Kanoon come to that one?
No.
He didn't go to base.
He was in a band. It looked like they were about to abandon ship. It was such a poorly produced show, but it had some awesome matches. It also had that the Gary Tonin Crone match, one of the greatest matches of all time. But Kixon was in the corner, and Gary Tonin was all over Crone, and Crone, turned it around and choked. It was crazy. But also, Crone armbarred JT Torres from Full Guard.
Overhook, right?
Yeah, full guard, overhook, and then he underhooks his leg to shift the hips, and then just swings his leg over. Super simple. That particular sequence lately at my gym, I've been, passing it around and go, we gotta fucking come back and revisit this shit. This is so basic and so effective. Overhook, full guard, hook the leg, and then swing your leg over. JT Torres, one of the greatest grapplers of all time, and he got caught, so it's legit. I want that upper body clench. That's what I'm going after. With the underhook, looking for double underhooks. That's a juicy ass clench. Perfect double underhooks. You're on your side. Boom. That's all perfect. That's huge. In my game, for me, I'm like, I got this motherfucker. First fight in Abu Dhabi, 2003, against Gustavo Dantas. I got right in and got perfect double underhooks. I'm like, oh my God, I had him in a lockdown, perfect double underhook, really quick. He just gave it to me. And I was just sitting there going, oh my God, he just gave it to me. That was just off a front headlock. 100%. Push into him. You want to smash him and then jump on that leg. You want to rush them so they don't have so they're off balance. You jump on that leg, you hook that leg, you're gonna take their back or put them in the truck. Either one. Does that make sense?
We almost brought Crone back. Crone agreed to do the under 80 tournament. We had him back for a while, and then he ended up, I think he's got a fight lined up, so he had to pull out. But we had him in there, and I was
in the CJI?
Yeah, we had him, and then he pulled out, and I was just like, oh man, the thought of having Crone in there would have been wild.
Oh yeah, the lineup is fucking insane. I'd like to see your lineup against ADCC's lineup. Because they still got a killer lineup. ADCC is still, that's still.
They're 66. Their 66 is incredible. Like 86 and 66 brackets, basically untouched.
Yeah. Who's in that? Off the top of your head.
Fabricio Andre, Diego Hayes, reigning champion, Gabriel Souza. We got, I think Krikorian's doing 66. He's in it. Yeah. Krellenstein. So 66 is untouched. I was hoping, actually, they got Diego Pato, who to me is probably pound for pound most technical guy in the world. I see him innovating, doing crazy stuff.
It's crazy. It's crazy that after all this time, that a Brazilian might be the best leg locker in the world, right?
I think so.
That guy's like, is he doing the Polish Aoki? He's doing that one a lot, right? That's what he's getting everybody in.
Yeah, he hit that on Keith, I believe, out of nowhere. Last ADCC.
Yeah, and Keith is hard at leg lock, man. That dude ain't easy to leg lock. So, and then he also got Kennedy Maciel too, didn't he?
He locked him, yeah.
Dude, those are two massive wins right there with legs. With legs, those two dudes, like, what the fuck? Yeah, that guy's something special, man. There's so many good guys coming up. It's fucking incredible, man. Like the Rutolos are on another level now. Like, holy, you got both Rutolos, man.
You got both Rutolos. All we had to do is say they'd be on other sides of the bracket, because it's hard to argue with those guys that they'll basically they'll really face each other in the final. Like some people wouldn't fight their brother in the final, but we got Cade, reigning champion, but Ty's beaten him 3 times in competition. So they're going to try to kill each other.
Yeah, it's crazy. Man, those guys are fucking insane, man. They're jiu-jitsu. It's hard to teach their style. Their style is so personal. It's their ability to see things in the scramble are about as high level as you can get.
Yeah, like controlled chaos. They're just like, I don't know. To me, like Joseph Chen would be one of the guys that I think could maybe figure it out. But to beat both of them, like you potentially might have to beat both Rutolos. Yeah. Like I could see one of them losing. I couldn't see them both losing, especially the same guy.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you know, PJ Barch, my boy, he fought Cade twice, and he fought him once in the finals of Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds, and
Buggy.
he was on him, dude. PJ was putting it on him. PJ was on him. I thought it was on, like he got this one, and then a buggy got him. Like, whoa! And then in Abu Dhabi, PJ is putting it on him again. And then in a fucking scramble, he pulls an armbar out his ass, man. Cade is just on fire. And for a while they're tied. Like you said, he beat him 3 times in competition. His brother, right? But it seemed like Ty was probably better than Cade, but I don't know about that anymore. I think Cade just hit another level.
I train with them both. They're both just really tough in their own ways. I feel like Ty probably, competition-wise, he just picks up the intensity. He really is like, I mean, I guess they both are, you know, but like Cade, when we rolled, felt a bit more like he's laying traps, being sneaky. Ty, more of a hammer. Well, it was more of a flow roll, but you still can sort of feel the subtle difference between the two.
Yeah, man. When you were training at Danaher's school or with his squad, what were the? I mean, I know you people don't like to talk about their roles and their training, but god damn, like those roles must have been insane with Gordon, right? I mean, they just
crazy.
Oh,
it was tough because like I'd come from a gym where it was like Lachlan Giles, and then everyone else was far below it. But me and Lachlan would have pretty even battles. We'd mostly just do open rolling. So for us to get a good position, tough on each other, you know, and then to go to Danaher's where he forced positional sparring every day.
Yeah.
I'd have to really start to figure out how to become good defensively in those positions because no one would put me there in regular training.
Yeah.
So then I had that. And then on top of that, after the positionals, rolling with those guys, the first bit of time I was there was brutal because obviously when you don't understand technical escape, you use athleticism. So you're just dead by the time we get to open rounds. And then you add into that, John just randomly calls an end to the round. So like if me and Gordon are rolling in front of him, it could go for 12, 13 minutes. It's not over till John says it's over.
You guys aren't rolling on with timers?
No, John would just say, time. Like, so you basically couldn't watch the clock. You'd have to always be fighting. And Gordon what he does so well, so smart, is that, say, for example, if I would come out in the training round, I could do pretty well for 3 or 4 minutes. You know what I mean? Like I come out hot, but his intensity kind of can remain the same. And that's why he loves those long matches, you know? Like I could see someone beating him, like a Nicky Rod over 5-10 minutes, so tough to beat. But in terms of the longer the match goes, the tougher it gets because of just the pace, the rhythm he sets and the confidence. So basically for those sort of rounds I'd have with Gordon, I'd be just looking at John being like, cool it, I'm up. I'm up.
You know, in the early days of jiu-jitsu, there were no clocks. Clocks is a new thing. We used to just, when it was rolling time, you just roll until you wanted a new partner. Like you just kept rolling. We would have like 15-minute rolls and then switch with another guy. And then I remember once I started opening up affiliates, and then other schools would start doing different things. Because my curriculum, what I do, you don't have to do it. You open a 10th Planet gym. If you're a 10th Planet black belt, you run the gym any way you want. I just merely suggest, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. If you want to do it too, you don't have to do it. But I don't force anybody to do anything. And then people do different things. Some of my schools like give out gray belts and shit for their kids, and I don't have any of that. And they do stripes. Some of my schools do stripes. I'm like, stripes, okay. You can do whatever you want. I'm just licensing my name. You know, I'm not making my curriculum mandatory. You just teach whatever you want. But when the school started adding clocks to the rolling, I thought it was weird. I'm like, what, you guys are timing this? They're like, yes, because in competition there's a clock, so you got to get used to playing the clock. And I thought, okay, I mean, competitions, that points competition. Should we start doing points too? You know what I mean? So, but then, yeah, I buckled and I caved, and hell yeah, we use
When I roll, 6 minutes. Well, if I don't roll, 8-minute rounds. Because I could survive 6 minutes.
Six, yeah. Tough to finish a guy in 6 if they're like, you know what I mean? So
It
like
is tough. It is tough, man. So when Lachlan Giles was a pretty damn good leg locker while you were with him, and then you go into the Danaher system, what did you learn? What was the most valuable thing you learned technique wise? You could just say this technique, this a double outside ashi or cross ashi. This. What was the most valuable thing you learned from training with them?
Oh, I mean, it'd be hard to put my finger on one thing. I would say, like, I figured out how they would do the inside heel hook game. I figured that out just from watching them because they hadn't released any instructionals. I got in there first, actually. I got on Fanatics, released a leg lock instructional. Danaher saw the instructional sales. Bang. Now his secret's coming, you know, because he was pretty secretive.
Yeah, totally. He wouldn't let 10th Planet black belts train there. It was very secretive. So, yeah, so when he started putting it all out there, I'm like, oh, okay, this he's not secretive anymore. So we could all benefit from the stuff he's figuring it out.
Yeah, but in terms of one technique, I guess, I mean, the most valuable thing I've seen is just that and I think he's done this because he was a part of GSP's corner. And it's something I learned from Corner and Volkanovski. And it's when you're a part of a corner, like, it's just the value of a coach that watches. So, like, just being in Danaher's room, like, it would be hard to ignore the faults in your game. Like, say, for example, when me and Lachlan would train together, we'd be preparing together for an event and try and problem solve. But there wasn't really a guy there just watching the whole time, like, where he wouldn't let you ignore the holes in your game.
Yeah.
So, like, that to me, he added a level of professionalism to the training room, which in an ordinary room, the coach wants to train, like, because it's like, obviously it's a hobby, it's fun. Most gyms can't be full of competitors. Like, if it's a pro gym, it's hard to make money. You know, it's got to cater as a business. But John would basically just teach to the best guys in the room, watch the best guys in the room. That's largely what he do. And that's where I saw the value in it. And that's where I sort of doubled down on it when I worked with Volkanovski, just seeing how each coach is always watching, always studying tape of the opponent, always trying to think of different sort of problem-solving techniques to figure out the opponent or look for holes in his own guys. And I hadn't really seen that yet.
Nice, man. Obviously you are aware of Eddie Cummings and what he did at EBI. What happened to him? Do you know?
I don't know. And you know what's crazy is Eddie I still remember this like it was yesterday. I watched Eddie Cummings hit his elevated butterfly entry to the saddle position and heel hook guys and kill guys. And he had like that Mike Tyson type effect. And I still remember showing up to Absolute MMA with Lachlan and being like, look at this technique. Let's test it out. Let's try it. And like Lachlan's always sort of, he's hesitant of new things, you know what I mean? Which is good. He's that type of guy, you know, like he's always like, we're going to challenge it. You know, so I still remember distinctly seeing Eddie Cummings hit that and just there began the road for me for that style of entry. But what happened to him, I'm not too sure. By the time I joined the team, he was already on his way out. He basically left. He came to one of my seminars in New York one time. I didn't train because I had to fly to Japan afterwards and the gym had no showers. I was itching to train, but I was like, not enough to sit on a 16-hour flight covered in staff, you know what I mean? So I just watched him kill some of these guys in the gym. But then he just vanished. I think his last match, was it the Gio match, his last match?
The Gio Martinez match?
Yeah, or maybe he had one more after. But man, he was incredible.
Remember. Like I reffed most of his matches. I was standing right fucking there over him, watching that motherfucker destroy. I never seen anything like that. I thought Eddie Cummings, like the way I found out about Eddie Cummings was this. It went like this. EBI 1, OTM.
on the mat. They're Scotty Nelson, really good friend of mine, still dear friend of mine. We were at Joe Rogan's fucking Burn the Boats. We went to see that shit live in San Antonio a couple of days ago. I love the guy. I've known him for 25 years, and you know, once I started EBI1, he threw a couple G's down to sponsor, and he said, "Yo, get my boy Gary Tonin in there." I'm like, who the fuck's Gary Tonin? He was a brown belt at that point, and he had done that Lloyd Irvin thing. Remember the Kumite thing? And I didn't really watch it because it was like, maybe I watched a little bit because a lot of it was in the gi a little bit, and I get bored watching gi stuff. But I appreciate it and I respect it, and you know. But nobody wants to watch it, you know. But unless it's Marcelo or Rafa Mendez or Roger Gracie or like these guys that kill, but most guys just play tug of war with it, and it gets really boring. Black belts don't even fucking watch it. But he said put Gary Tonin in, and I said whatever you want. He just threw me 2 G's. I'm like, I'll put, and I just said, is he good? It didn't even matter if he's like, yeah, put him in. He's really good. He was a brown belt. So EBI1. He heel hooks Boogie Martinez in the finals. And to me, it was like, oh, inside heel, you got him within. You know, we had leg lockers at our school. We just didn't focus on leg locks, you know, because for me, 10th Planet was like a special ops. We're going to fix the bottom game for MMA. That's it. I wasn't trying. There was no competitions. There wasn't sub only or anything. Like competitions, like if you want to do competition, the points game, like that's fine. Points game is fine. You go do points game. But my mission was to fix the bottom game in MMA from day one. That's what 10th Planet was. It was just the bottom game in MMA looks like shit. Can we fix it? Can we improve it a little bit? That's all I was trying to do. So, and we had a couple leg lockers, you know, and I was into leg locks. I never denied anything, but every class we had 1 or 2 leg lock assassins. I'm like, okay. And Shigeki was one of my leg lock assassins. He was always getting that inside heel hook from the saddle. We didn't call it the saddle. It's like, oh, that's an inside heel hook. I didn't pay too much attention to it. The only heel hook I did was if someone mounted me, I would do the Hail Mary flexibility escape right into a heel hook. That was the only time I went for heel hooks. You know, you see Gary Tonin, he got Boogie. I'm like, damn, he got him. Damn, fuck, that was a good heel hook. Okay. Didn't think too much of it. And then a couple months later, in the finals of a Grappler's Quest 16-man tournament, Nathan Orchard was in the finals, and Gary Tonin again in the finals, and he got him again with the same heel hook. I'm like, God damn, got him with another inside heel hook. Holy shit. And then I did a No-Gi Summit seminar with Nathan Orchard and like 5 other black belts. And I show up there Friday, and Nathan Orchard, everyone's there, everyone's doing open mat, and Nathan goes, yo, I figured out what they're doing. I go, he goes, yeah, Gary Tonin's training with this guy, Eddie Cummings. He's a brown belt, but he's a leg lock master. I'm like, what? Eddie who? And he goes, check this out. And I wasn't even planning on going to anybody else's seminar. I got to do my seminar. I get on a plane. I get out. I'm like, but Nathan goes, you got to come to mine. You got to come. I'm going to show you what they're doing. And I'm like, and he goes, and then he got on the ground and he showed me. He goes, dude, bum, bum, bum. This is what they're doing. And I'm like, oh, shit. I thought they were just jumping on legs. I didn't know there was a system. He goes, yeah, it's just like your spiderweb system, but for fucking the legs. I'm like, damn, they got a system for the legs. Shit, I thought people just jumped on legs when they got desperate. And so then I went to the seminar. I'm like, oh, shit. So at that point, it was just like, yo, there's this guy, Eddie Cummings, that's showing Gary Tonin all this shit. And then one of my guys from 10th Planet Detroit, or it was Ann Arbor at the time, he immediately got Gary Tonin to come out for a seminar. Eddie Cummings came with them, and he said, yo, they do these leg lock drills like in the back, and they don't let anybody see. And he goes, I kind of figured out what they're doing. I'm like, okay, show me. So, and then Denny Prokopos has a super fight with Eddie Cummings. And I go, yo, he's going with that dude that showed Gary Tonin everything. So this was at a Gracie Worlds or Gracie Nationals, one of those. And Denny lasted like 9-10 minutes with them, and he ended up getting him in a heel hook. I'm like, holy shit, this fucking Eddie Cummings, what the fuck? And then later you find out like, oh shit, he's training with John Danaher, and John Danaher's got this leg lock system. I'm like, oh shit. And that for me, that's how I found out about the Danaher Death Squad. And they weren't even called that back then. But right there I go, I gotta have Eddie Cummings in fucking EBI. I think he came in EBI 4.
and he just fucking shredded everybody like right in front of my face. I'm like, God damn, this guy's leg locks are brutal, and he's got the psychotic look on his face when he's pulling it off too. It's crazy.
Yeah, he was a scary guy. I've tried to link up with him a few times in New York since then, but he just likes to stay out of the public eye. Like even his Instagram was ran by Jeff Chu. It wasn't even really his Instagram, like he vanished. He vanished. Obviously ended up with Anthony Bourdain's ex-wife, Otavia. They were both into jiu-jitsu together. I'm not sure what the deal is now. Obviously, Otavia has her daughter, but yeah, I think Eddie just works in a regular job now, and I know he's popped up a couple times. I saw him in a couple of videos. I'm like conspiracy guy looking for Bigfoot in the background. I saw him in a Renzo Gracie clip where he went back to the blue basement, and then he just disappeared again because people put it on socials, and he's like gone again. But it's sad to have lost him like that. Like it's a mystery because he was so pivotal at the time. Like so influential in the sport. Everyone tried to figure out what he was doing. It's just sad that now, I don't even think he trained.
Man, can you imagine a super fight? Maybe you could bring him out with some money. Super fight. Eddie Cummings versus Diego Pato, dog. Come on. Yo.
That'd be crazy. I wonder if they trained together because Pato used to go to Unity. I know Eddie left Henzo's. He trained at Unity for a while.
Oh, shit. That's what it is. Diego Pato's from Unity? I wasn't paying attention to that. So when Cummings left Danaher, he went to Unity for a while, and that's why the Meow twins they're fucking leg lockers now. Like who would have ever thought? They're high level leg lockers, right? You seen the Meow twins?
Yeah,
they were all barrel-boloed out at first.
You remember Eddie was training Tex Johnson, and Tex Johnson came out and beat Felipe Pena. Everyone was like, oh.
And you know what? Junie Acasio. I before Cummings disappeared, he had an instructional little video on Instagram for the Z-Lock. And I just, like, when it comes to leg locks, anything that dude says, anything Eddie Cummings says with leg locks, I'm on it. If he says this is the shit, so he was basically saying this is the best fucking leg lock. I didn't even question it. I just learned it. And that right there, the Z-Lock, that's one leg lock I'm really good at. And it's because of Eddie Cummings. I'm like, I just trust him. And that's the one, that's because when you're seeing two leg lockers go at it, they're exchanging, they're gunslinging, they're rolling, they're spinning. One guy's got offense, the other defense. Now he's got offense, it's gunsling. But once you get in the Z-Lock configuration, that shit stops. That shit, Joseph Chen's into Z-Locks, right?
Yeah, that was a bad injury, or at least it looked bad. I think the kid recovered well at the time, but the Z-Lock's a scary one. Actually, that's what happened in our gym, actually. We had Ethan Krellenstein's little brother, Liam. He came into the gym one day just running his mouth, just being funny. He was young at the time. I think he was only 18 or something, but he was running his mouth and he's joking. He's like, no girl could ever beat me. And I was just like, that's it. Everyone come in. We're going to do a super fight. We're going to have I forget the name of the girl. We're going to have this girl versus Ethan's little brother. Within 15 seconds, she tore his ACL with a Z-Lock. And we were like,
shit.
I was a bit scared that I'm like, Liam might injure her. But she's pretty, she was pretty well, I can't remember her name at the time. It was a bad situation. She ended up leaving the gym over it, but it was kind of like.
Was there a loud noise?
It was loud, man. Like everyone around was like, oh my God. We still feel bad about that. So it's when the super fights at the gym stopped. We used to just do fun super fights, but I think Liam was so nervous and tense. He zigged when he should have zagged, and she slowly applied it. So I don't blame him or her. When you're in a position where you're inexperienced and you panic, you make a wrong movement. I don't think she ripped it or anything, but it was just like, oh no, there's no more super fights in the gym. We paid for his surgery and stuff. Like we helped him out, but it was still like, all right, we can't do these teammates.
Yeah. One move I banned at my gym is that flying scissor to the saddle.
Oh, yeah, scary.
Yo, we banned it because I witnessed one of my black belts get his fucking leg snapped
with Fedor did it. Fedor did it to one of my black belts named Felix, and I was watching it, and I got it on video too from the security cameras. That thing was so loud it sounded like a 2x4. And he was like, he was screaming. I was screaming. I'm on the video. I walk up and I'm holding my leg. I'm going, oh, somebody called 911. I was freaking out. Luckily, one of my students who was there is a fireman, and we have a firehouse right next door. He called his boys, and they were there within like 5 minutes, and they put him on a stretcher, broke his fucking, what do they call that? The tibula, whatever the shin bone is, that shin bone broke in half, man. It was, and from that point on, I'm like, I banned it from EBI, Combat Jiu-Jitsu World, from my school. We can't do that. That shit's too crazy.
Yeah, if that happens to me, give me every drug on earth. Give me everything they have in that ambulance. Hey, that's just,
yeah.
I don't know how people come back from that shit. If my leg gets snapped, I'm retired.
I'm Eddie Bravo, founder of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu with over 150 schools and over 30,000 soldiers worldwide. Music has always been my deepest passion. Without that musical journey that I took, I probably wouldn't be here right now. I can't tell my music story without having my musical partner my whole life and best friend, Mr. James Watson.
I said, I want to be in a band no matter what. Oh, well, there it is. I got to move to Los Angeles. I said, I got to go to that place. If this California is supporting metal.
Me and James just started making music. Mastering the Metal, the story of James Watson and Eddie Bravo. Print and audiobook available now. Off the top of your head, if you're a deathbed confessional, what's the number one leg lock? Deathbed confessional, you're telling your son, master this leg lock transition. What's the number one?
I mean, honestly, like, for sure, inside heel hook, but an entry that exposes the heel, because there was like when they had the enter the system, or they had the leg lock system, it was always about secure a leg lock position, lock them down, expose the heel. But like I always sort of found that my innovation early off of Danaher's stuff was that the entry exposes the heel. So any sort of, I mean, that's why Lachlan did so good with the 50-50 style entries, because you would land with the heel. And I always found the hardest part was getting the heel.
Yeah.
You take the position, the guys are so good at hiding it. But if the entry exposes it, so I would just say it's like any entry where you already have the heel, and then you make up the position at which you control the hips, rather than secure the position to control the hips and try to find a heel. Which to me is
you know what? That's what you did in EBI, the one that you faced Gordon in the finals. Before that, I forget who it was, but you were just sitting on your butt. And when you came in and shot in, you already had the heel first. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Who was that guy? Who was the guy?
There was the Tex Johnson one.
Yes. You came in, and dude, I noticed that shit. I'm like, damn, he came in with the heel already exposed.
Yeah, because then they have no time to be like, oh shit, I'm being attacked. Hide the heel. You skip that stage by just
that particular setup and entry. Do you still use that one, or are they shutting it down? You got people smelling it out, or do you still use it?
Yeah, I mix it up. It always changes over time. Well, I mean, a lot of the times I don't even go for the heel too much anymore. Like I play around with a lot of like octopus guard and stuff. Like I like playing in positions where I'm almost conceding something. Like rather than guard,
you're like a bottom side player, right?
Yeah, that's what I like to be, because I
got a couple guys like that, and I got maybe 2-3 guys. Darren's like that. Even Kyle Chambers is like that. They like playing bot. They got game from bottom side. Dillman, another one of my black belts. They let people pass their guard, and they got game from bottom side. I never developed that shit. When I'm in bottom side, I'm just trying to collect an ankle. I'm not trying to attack at all. But now you got buggies, you got fly traps, you got so much octopus guard. There's so much shit from bottom side. I think that's the new revolution.
Yeah, I'd rather be in bottom side than personally my style than like someone's flattened me out in half guard. because I actually stole a bunch of moves when I started training with MMA guys. When I realized, like, even like Kelvin Gastelum, like he would let guys pass and get up so easily from side control. And I started re sort of imagining that, like, from a top position, I'd rather go guard, half guard, mount, and just bypass side altogether. And the reason it was because the MMA guys would be so good at, like, they would let you pass, but it'd be hard to pin them from side. They were so comfortable turtling. Whereas all us jiu-jitsu guys, we couldn't think of anything worse than turtling. So I tried to build my game backwards because leg locks were a place where people were unfamiliar with. I felt that same vibe training with MMA guys, and I was just like, I can't hold these guys down. And then I tried to reverse engineer it and steal some of the things they're doing.
Yeah, one thing that Chuck Liddell was a master at, I don't know if you were
stand up,
that was one of his moves. Like, you couldn't keep him down. And all it was is he's in bottom side and he gets the underhook and stands up. That's all he does. And if you watch Fedor versus Dan Henderson, do you remember that match?
Yeah, back in Pride. Was that
No, that was in Strikeforce.
Yeah, Hendo knocked him out after he got on top,
Yeah, if you watch what happened, Fedor is fucking him up from side control. He's punching him, but he wasn't keeping the underhook. So it looked like it was over. It looked like Dan Henderson just lost. Dan Henderson is on bottom side. Fedor's in side control, throwing punches, but not keeping the underhook. And Dan Henderson from bottom side just basically, it's something that I do all the time, but from half guard, you get the underhook and you go to dogfight. That's just the basic movement. He did it from side control, bottom side. He gets up to dogfight, and if someone's going up to dogfight on you with an underhook, you better put the fucking whizzer in instantaneously, or you're going to get your back taken. And in MMA, they don't put the whizzer in because they're like in mid-punch. So if you could go up to dogfight as they're throwing punches, you got their back. It happens all the time. People just don't even notice it. But that's what he did. So it looked like Dan Henderson was getting thrashed, and all of a sudden, he comes up the dogfight off bottom side. There's no whizzer. And so now Fedor is like in a turtle position, and he just fucking uppercuts him, and the fucking fight was over. That's a very, very important fight to study.
I remember that. That was crazy. It's always a bit sad how Fedor's career ended up because he was so dynamic and stuff. But those MMA guys, you can steal so much from. Jack Della from Australia, have you watched him?
No, I never heard of him. What does he do?
No one is a striker. He's really known as a striker. He's got crazy. I think he had 5 finishes in a row first round in the UFC. But his ability to get back up or create reversals from bottom is crazy. Gilbert Burns had him in his last fight, right? In this fight, Jack's arms already snapped from blocking a kick. He's still having problems with it today. Gilbert has him taken down, and he has the classic Khabib wrist right. He's got the Dagestani handcuff and a single hook.
So he's kind of like in a turtle with the Dagestani.
Yeah, and on his side, Jack Della moves into it. Gilbert Burns goes to push him back to his shoulder. He Granbies out of it, uses the fence to kick off. As he stands up, Gilbert tries to shoot. He hits Gilbert with a knee. But his reversals, insane. Like, even his contender match. Like, he's one guy that I watch, and I'm just like, man, I don't know where this guy figures this ability to scramble out. But he's, in my opinion, the best, most technical get-up guy in MMA and reversal guy.
There's a lot of wrestling, just straight wrestling movements that are not used in jiu-jitsu too much, and they're exactly what you're talking about. They're like getting up from bottom side and doing like reverse Granbian and shooting up and all this super athletic shit. It's not easy. It's something you're gonna have to, it's not something you do naturally. It's something that's super unorthodox and unnatural that you have to practice a lot. But goddamn, there's so many wrestling movements. People just think, oh, wrestling just double, single, ankle pick. There's a lot of shit going on in their scrambles that can work beautifully in jiu-jitsu that we haven't really seen that much. And it's a lot of the Granbies, like Gary Tonon's ability to Granby off someone taking his back with double underhooks, and he does that. That's becoming more popular. That's fucking sick as shit, right?
Or he'd give guys a standing guillotine and hit that weird reversal where they'd slam their head into the ground. He had that crazy thing as well.
Yeah, Gary Tonin, man. I talked to him not too long ago, and he said that there's a chance that he might go into the UFC, but one fighting championship can match the offer. They have the option to match it or whatever. But can you imagine Gary Tonin against those fucking Russians, man? You know what I mean?
That creativity is what kind of solves the problem. You know what I mean? It's like a creative guy like that. Like he beat one of the really good Russians in one. I think he hit he rolled through and turned it into a heel hook on Ibar. But like, if they take you down and you build height, all they're expecting is you to continue to build height. So what I love about his game and guys that can do this is as they climb for height, the Dagestani guys just expects them to keep building, but they will concede and hit some form of roll or entry to the legs to continue the scramble going. And that's unexpected to the Dagestani guys. They don't really concede at all. Like they don't lay traps like that. Like they don't go to get up and then, roll to the legs. Like that surprising movement, I think, is what can shift the balance there. But not just doing what they do better.
You trained Volkanovski. How did that come about? How did you guys meet, and how did you become his jiu-jitsu instructor? Because he's considered one of the top UFC fighters today. Even though he had a couple losses, he's still top 10 pound for pound.
Yeah, still elite. We've met a few times years ago. Like even before he was in the UFC, we trained together briefly. And I remember even distinctly back then, he came to our grappling pro session at Absolute MMA in Melbourne, and he trained. And then he left. And I remember him calling his coach, Joe Lopez, at the time, and he was talking about our training session. And he was just like, his coach was kind of asking me how he feels. He's like, I'm fine. We've got to do some more work now. Like it was like all those hard rounds he just had. Like his gas tank back then, that was like nothing to it. But we connected because he got booked for Ultimate Fighter against Brian Ortega, and he needed another coach on there. And he was also thinking, Ortega's a guy that you can really enlist a jiu-jitsu heavy guy to help you corner. Oftentimes, I don't think you need a BJJ purist in the corner. You know what I mean? Like it's like, because it's Ortega's submissions is just beautiful jiu-jitsu. So that was my introduction to the corner, basically just helping him prepare for that submission defense, mostly orientated around sub defense. But then I would tailor my game as best as I can to try to study his opponents and try to look for holes in what he does. But it's like, obviously sub defense helped him a ton. But even in terms of like, it's more of a collaboration, some of the stuff, like we problem solve off each other, even in the grappling area. Like some of the things he does opened up. Like when I talked about being inspired by MMA guys, like his ability to get up is like Chuck Liddell. He can just get up. He's so hard to hold down. So some of the corners, I just held the bucket. Obviously not much use during the Max Holloway fights. But when Islam was in there, I put in, I think 6 to 8 weeks for that one. We were studying. Like no one believed he had a chance at all. And I remember just thinking it's a myth that the Dagestani guys are unbeatable. You know what I mean? It's like it's a myth that Gordon's unbeatable. Eddie Cummings at his peak. You know what I mean? These are all myths. At the end of the day, you have the right technical answer, and you have a grappler or a fighter that believes in themselves. They're capable of solving the problem. Again, Dagestan's the perfect recipe for fear because it's like this unknown place. We know nothing about it. I don't say this in a negative way. A lot of those guys do have padded records, which adds another layer of intimidation. Like if you go back, I'm not discrediting Khabib in any way. One of the most impressive fucking fighters, grapplers ever. But he had some fights in the early days that like he's fighting guys with losing records. So it's like when you really dig deep into the mythos surrounding those Dagestani region guys, you can sort of dispel that fear you might have of the unknown and just look at what they are. Like we looked at Islam's fights in depth. We saw that his ability to take the back from Turtle, not that great. He has been reversed there. We looked at his arm bars, not that great. Obviously what he's really good at his arm triangles. Obviously, when he hit Charles Oliveira with his stuff. Look, he's here, Master Ken.
What? That's awesome.
Mr. Bravo, greetings.
Greetings. It's an honor to meet you. Finally,
Yes,
on
it is.
Zoom. We've never met, right? We've never met?
Just the one time, but you've met a lot of people probably. I enjoy your show, and congratulations on getting Mr. Jones. He is needed on set, and I know you guys like talking about your jiu-jitsu bullshit for hours, but I got to steal him. I got to steal him back.
Okay, let's wrap it up then. We just got to talk about his show a little bit. We haven't even gotten into CJ.
Oh my God, you haven't even talked about the show. What have you guys been talking about? What has been going on?
We've been talking about
planets.
Yes, and space.
Planet. You do like talking about space. I've seen you talk about that.
I love space. You love space?
Who doesn't? There's so much of it.
Oh my God, I love space.
You know what I mean? All right,
hey, you and Renato Laranja doing a collaboration. I've thought of that for that's got to happen eventually. You and Renato.
I'm ready for it.
You guys
You
guys could do a weekly show where you guys are co-hosts.
Let's get it. Yeah, for the right price, I'm in.
It happened one time in 2017 at 10th Planet Albuquerque.
There was no camera one time. The one time it did, it was undocumented. So next time we'll have cameras.
Damn. Is that Gabby in the background?
This is Gabby Garcia is also visiting.
That's Gavin Garcia.
Yo, how crazy, Craig, how crazy is that Renato Laranja video you guys did? I'm sure you've read the comments, right? That's the greatest video of all time.
Dude, it kills me. It's the perfect recipe.
Oh my God. That was his best performance of all time. And he's done thousands of videos. He fucking, when he smells that green dildo and he's smooth. That was so fucking hilarious.
A little bit of this. This is like when I smash.
How many inch you need to be satisfied?
Okay. Mickey Galvão not in the tournament.
No, don't do this. He don't like you because
No, don't do this.
Some people is make a mockery. I feel this man is trying to make a mockery out of a female sport.
Come on. 34 years in the sport. I use steroids like a long time.
Call me white chocolate.
He crossed the line. He texted my mom.
Taking down a few heavy shillers in my time.
If you did this, I go kill you.
Let's reveal this to the people here. Oh, caralho. So you need to rekindle your career. That's why you became...
No, he's like, he texts me.
Look that size. How much you weigh, caralho? I know it's not a nice to ask
like
the one to...
Promoter Hall of Fame. Because if it's the Promoter Hall of Fame, I don't want.
If you get leg locked, OnlyFans collaboration.
1 million, if I beat you.
Now you're speaking my language. So, wait, we're making history here.
No.
Fala, galera. Oh, well, maybe we... Are you drinking my you pig?
I'm cold.
That was me.
I walk in like 40 minutes.
Your heart is cold. Okay, no more movement because we can't know you here.
Please.
I
pay other one for you.
You pay other one?
Yeah, like, look at this. Go.
Fala, galera. We're here tonight for a very special and historic occasion. It's the classic battle of the sexy between a man and also Craig Jones. No, but all joke aside, we're here to see if who's gonna win. Adelaide, a bloody fucking Abaduja baby from Adelaide, or a woman from Porto Alegre, Brazil. Okay. Now, what do you say, Gab Garcia, to your critics who say that you have surgery to become a black woman, a light-skinned black woman?
I think maybe they're right. I don't know.
You're African American now.
Half and half.
What are you? Only the good half. Now, all joke aside, because the tendency is to have this to be a spectacle. This is some kind of a game that you guys is playing here. Because there's been a lot of joke, you guys have a lot of personality, but this is a dead serious. This is not some side attraction. This is the main super fight. When you see, why you call CJ
CJI, what's the name of the tournament?
Unfortunately, CJI.
Now, how come you didn't put it her name in there somewhere?
I ask myself too every day.
It should be CGI because it's a Gabby.
I'm okay with that. My name's still first.
Okay.
Right.
I like that. I like your see, this is civil. I'm appreciating.
I don't have this ego to like, you know, I don't want like my name like, I mean this for the community, like his ego, like Craig Jones invitation.
Yeah.
Like I'm on the show, super final, like
A bit of this?
This is like when I smash you.
Why did you choose me as the first male competitor other than the serious sexual attraction you have towards me? It's about your sexual attraction towards me. Was that
No, zero. Sexual, zero.
Look, there seems to be some disagreement here about who was champ.
No.
Listen, let's be honest here.
Okay.
Okay. You're a female.
Yes.
Okay.
Go.
Listen, what make you think you feminine, you frail, your body seem more, it's more smooth here, and stuff like that. Look, you're French now. You have some chitties here. Can see that one. Yeah, it's kind of big, yeah.
Okay.
And your vagina is somewhere lurking in there. But the problem is here. How you think you're gonna be a man?
Okay.
What's the way you're gonna do that one? It's never been did before.
It's not about like if I put like my mom, my grandma for watching, like, you know.
I bet your grandma and
your
your
mom and me.
Shut up.
Great friends.
Shut up about talking about.
She's going to go to the Olive Garden.
Shut up.
He's gonna take to the bloody Outback Steakhouse, boy.
That's true.
Okay, don't go any place, man.
When's she back?
Shut up.
Okay, and now let's keep.
No, it's like
because
this. Like he crossed the line. He texts my mom.
But this is how we get into.
No lie.
She asked for a T-shirt.
No, she never asked me nothing. My family never asked.
She asked for a T-shirt. I said I'd hand deliver it.
Now, what's the matter with that? He's very attractive.
He's not my mom.
You think it was delivered by the store?
No, but like
you gotta
my
came in
mom,
there somehow.
like you think like, no, it's okay. But my mom, like you think my mom, like I go give my mom like this.
If you came out, caralho, she's. Can you imagine? You better be packing something in there.
No, we don't.
He don't have that one.
We are doing an OnlyFans collaboration.
We're not.
You doing a bloody collab? Look, she's hysterical from me. You're a natural athlete, okay? Fruits and veg, creatine.
No.
Carne de cavalo.
No, like, come on. 34 years in the sport. I use steroids like a long time.
So, wait, we're making history here.
No, this is not
you heard it here first, ladies and gents. Galera, I always thought you was clean.
Really? No, like I use it, but never like my, like when IBJJF started like with anti-doping, I stopped it. There I stopped it.
Because you was gonna get caught.
Of course. But like after this,
you're gonna go back to that one.
No, I back. I compete after. Like I compete like 5 more.
On
years.
steroid?
No, clean. I'm clean.
Bomba.
No more. I don't need.
You need me to give you some testosterone.
I think you don't have what I like. No, for what
how much do you think that I don't have? A lot. You need a lot. Well, how much? How many stripe you need? How many stripe on the black belt you need? Minimum.
At least 4.
4 inches.
4 inches gonna do it for you?
You?
How many inches you need to be satisfied?
I don't understand. Like a lot of 21, 20.
It's a 2-man job.
No.
We're gonna start down
no.
21
Talk
long
about
or side by side, caralho.
I have a sex shop. Man.
You have a sex job?
Sex job. Shop.
A whole shop fits in that.
This is for Craig or for me?
Like for you use it. If you wanna use it.
Caralho.
But you like it? Craig.
Smooth. Thank you. Thank you, may I have another one of that. Hey, got that.
Go like this, like Craig. Ask me Craig for can.
There's
you
a
can,
fucking
like,
hair on this thing.
Huh?
Like this. Tell him like.
First I stimulate his bowels. Caralho.
Whose hair is it?
Caralho.
Okay, it's the medals for like CJI.
Okay.
Debbie, whose hair is this?
Yours like this, like
It's mine.
it's your house, like remember?
So what I'm supposed to do with that one?
This?
Which part I sticking on your asshole?
You answer. You asking and answer. Like
that one?
What?
I'm on love.
If I have sex shop, I need like sell, right?
True.
Grab like this. You never see one on plug in.
Yeah, but if you put it first,
No,
you
it's
put
not used.
your ass on that, and then you put your mouth.
No, like mine is like bigger than this one.
Smell it.
Oh.
Craig, you use
It's
it.
an acquired. It's an acquired taste.
Every day, like all my life I train you guys. Nothing different. One more day training.
But they let.
What?
They let you to get position.
Where? Huh? Who?
I'll let her as well.
Okay, do this. They don't. They don't. Call Bernardo, call Leo, call like all the guys like this. I don't go say.
I'm gonna call now. I can call.
Call Braulio.
I have a
Braulio.
Braulio.
Have one video, Braulio. Like I love Braulio, but call people.
Why he don't like?
No, don't do this. No,
He don't like you because
no,
that's
no, don't do this. No, because don't do this.
Braulio.
Oh my God. Braulio, we trained together before, right?
Of course you did.
Look, I have a chance against like Craig or no.
Cara a boca.
Craig, but no. You don't understand. You are in a much better shape than Craig and Craig.
We trained together. Tell the truth.
Look, the technique that he's going to use against you, it's not going to work because he won't be able to get that.
The octopus got. She's gonna get the tentacle, my man.
Okay, like you have the answer.
Now what is your approach to a female like this here?
I mean, I wouldn't want to finish her too quickly. The fans wouldn't appreciate it. They've come a long way.
You want to tenderize that one for a while?
Yeah, we want some foreplay.
You want to rotisserie host that one?
I wanted to feel the positional control.
Control that
before
one.
we penetrate the legs.
You go naked?
How long is the hound gonna be?
3-5.
3-5.
3-5 minute hound, and you're gonna. When you say you're gonna beat the one in how long?
I'm gonna put her in submissions, get close to finishing her, but not.
Then switch the position.
Not allow her to finish until I decide it's time. She gets finished.
You're gonna edge. You're gonna edge her.
She needs an edging. She needs it. She's very tense. She's walking.
I like it. No, now I like it. I'm so excited for this match right now. I feel like, woo! This is not what happens.
I'm very excited from this. I'm excited from your dress. Did you make this from scratch?
No.
Where you order
My grandma.
From? Your grandma is make that one? Mm-hmm. Your grandma have she's have a exquisite chest. This was hers at one point here. She used to wear that one?
No. She made for me.
Why you look like you have a tear in your eye when you said that one?
Because my grandma's a hooker.
Like a grandma, like you.
I'm like enjoying like to be like part of CGI. Different than other bullshit like athletes, who like this don't give you one interview or like I don't know what I go say. I'm a CGI girl. I support this motherfucker. Unfortunately, but like this.
So you respect that. You hate that one, but you respect that one.
Yeah, like this. He don't have like a penis, but he have a balls. Like,
You know what? You gotta make shots with that on there, and maybe that can be the quote for the CGI. It don't have a penis, but it's having some ball.
You lied to me about the tattoo.
Man, you don't like you told me it's a fake. Don't. If you did this, I go kill you. Right?
You said you'd get your name tattooed on, my name tattooed on your body.
Okay, but look, don't make me sad. You don't did this. No, Craig. We don't.
Let's reveal this to the people here.
You do have.
Oh, caralho!
This is not real.
That is real. I can tell because you can see that like the lines is hazed.
Touch it.
Touch it.
Touch that one. Touch the cheek of that one. She's in shock. This is her man. This is her man.
You don't did this. Let me see.
You gonna touch it?
Touch that one.
No, Craig. Let me see. It's fake.
Is it real? Put some saliva.
Well, it's painful.
Put
Man, fuck.
put
Craig.
some saliva, he said. That's a mark.
I think every woman deserves to have their name tattooed on a man's body.
I hate you.
Now this means she have to do the same here?
She has to
No,
do the same
what?
now. She's a woman of her word.
Was that the deal?
That was the deal.
If you get that one, she gotta get that one?
Yep.
Can't defend it.
Has any other man ever got your name on their body?
Shut up.
They have?
Yes.
Who?
My personal life here right now. Let's put yours too.
Go for it. Was it a UFC champion?
No.
Look at you about to. She's about to break down in cheer. Was it Vinny Mangu?
What?
He's a pig now.
No, I don't say nothing. Like, what the fuck?
He's a piece of shit.
No, he's not.
He's a fat.
He's not.
Gab, he's a fat piece of shit.
I don't know why. Why?
And he's doing ADCC.
And
He belong in M1 Global. Okay? Okay, on a serious note here. It's a lot of children who is die of cancer. I'm glad you found that funny, Craig Jonesy. Now that we found out that you guys think childhood leukemia and also brain cancer is fucking hilarious. At least you guys have the heart to put some money toward that one, and not just to your pocket here and you surgeries and or whatever the fuck you're doing. But you're gonna put some money, some charity on there. I appreciate that. That's something I would never do, Frankie.
Help people.
but he's like this.
He's have a heart. And you know what? He's have a heart for you, Poha, because he put that one on his cheeks, God. He having more.
Oh, this is about money. Like this.
He having more passion on his left butt cheeks than you have on your whole vagina.
Really?
Wait, God, are you? Forget it, Craig Jonesy, for a second. Let's talk about you and me. Hold on. If you was to go with me.
I need to know your game, you know. Like,
the game is to be sold, not chow. This ain't matrimony, this is macaroni. I don't need you. I'll let the welfare feed you. You understand? Go ahead, touch that one.
Yeah, like
Yeah, my skin is look Egyptian cinnamon.
Like so soft.
Also, my hair is of lamb wool, baby lamb.
Too soft.
Yeah. Also, my eyes is baby brown.
Too soft.
Yeah. And when I eat my way out of your triangle, I'm gonna look up to you, those baby brown.
Okay.
And you're gonna wanna get my fucking name tattooed on the one.
Really?
Yeah, Haley.
Fuck.
I feel like we should do a every man's for himself match. We can do it at the next one. At my event, it's gonna be held at the Eiffel Tower. You understand?
I'll see you there, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
We're gonna become brothers. We're jiu-jitsu brothers, but now we're gonna become
Eskimo brothers.
Yeah. Because we have one thing in common for her. Your vagina. And your mouth and your butthole. Have you been challenged by a lot of guys in jiu-jitsu before? Who don't believe in you? So what have make you for you? What have make you choose this guy is the first one you're gonna choke him up, or have you beat some of that guy before?
The first thing is like, you know, help, like, you know, the cherry, all this thing, but it's
What?
like-
The cherry?
No, like this is the
You-
first thing.
Huh?
This is the first thing. But like if like you put like my mom, my grandma, my family for watching like HCC one example or IBJJF, they don't understand the rules, nothing, and like this is boring. But if you put like one girl against one guy, it's more entertainment too.
Did you just say ADCC was boring?
No, I say like 2 or 3 names. But like if for my mom, my family is boring, they don't understand the rules.
You know, some people is make a mockery. I feel this man is trying to make a mockery out of a female sport. Okay, so you have a lot on your broad shoulders to represent. You know, now you have the WNBA, you have the women derby, roller derby, you have the mud wrestling, you have the jello wrestling, you have the wet t-shirt contest, and now you have you, who is have to fight a fucking Bohagan from Adelaide, bloody Adelaide. So let's sell the fucking fight. We're not gonna. I want to know what submission.
I don't tap like leg lock probably more than 10 years.
All right. If you get leg locked, OnlyFans collaboration.
No, you go like smash my leg like for like no, like I don't know. Look, no and no and no.
There's a lot of women out there, young.
Okay, if like this, like lock or like ankle lock or like okay.
You heard here first.
She will leave the alley with a limp, and the OnlyFans video shoot with a worse limp.
And if a video. To give you 1 million?
What do you want?
1 million.
You want to take that away from the kids with cancer?
I give you for whatever I want. 1 million if a video.
Now you're speaking my language.
Really?
But OnlyFans collab.
Okay, what? No, if you tap like a leg lock. But I don't do I go tap you. If you win the match.
If you win, done, yeah.
Okay.
You
1 million. You hear this?
You heard that?
Aye.
We make history here.
You know why I choose this shit?
Why you choose that one?
Because like this, for 3 years like this, people forget who I am like this. Can I take a picture? And where's like Craig Jones? Like what the fuck? I don't know where's this bitch.
So you need to rekindle your career. That's why you became.
No, I need like this after like I was like done. I don't want to hear his name again. Bye, never more like Craig Jones in my life. Like if you give me, like if you give me, done. Okay, now guys, it's here.
But this is the kind of
everybody
stuff,
ask it.
This is the kind of stuff that happen.
Okay, but done after like the 17.
You think so? You
No.
think people forget?
What they need after?
Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, they're always gonna be linked to each other.
No, never.
Ike and Tina Turner. Fucking what's that? Oh God, what's that one? You like that? You like?
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
That's it. I have a slow hand. Wait, I didn't even got a.
No. You lose the chance. You know, like how you like intimidated, like this, like happens.
I was on shot.
I know. Don't try again.
I went to Sacco on that one.
You lose your chance.
If I'm checked out.
No.
Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying to me. What's the weakest part of his game?
Probably my dick.
Craig Jonesy.
I think his mindset because like
he's a weak mind.
No, not against me, you know, but like this. I told him like is for me he's the best. Like I don't want to say names, you know, but
in no gi.
No gi like this. It's not because like you are champion, you're the best one. Like you know, like let's be real, you know. Have like other things make like you a champion, like. But he's still training, but he don't care about like the status to be like a like HCC champion or like BJJF champion. Like this has changed my life, and you know, like I'm like super like thankful for HCC. But I saw Craig like when he's like, man, it's a 5,000 for girls, you know, and 5,000 don't pay my gas for like the camp.
Caralho, what kind of fucking car you have here?
Mercedes, Range Rover. What?
You're expensive.
Super. But it's our honor, you know.
I don't know what the fuck that had to do with the questions I asked you, but put opinion on that one.
But like what?
Now,
What the question is like, why do you make like I come back?
Never mind the question now.
Like
You had your
be part
chance.
of the history.
Caramba. Craig Jonesy.
This is me, Craig Jonesy. I call it Craig Jonesy.
Craig.
You call me white chocolate.
Craig Jonesy.
Shut up, stop it.
The two of you, can you stop Floyd for 2 seconds for I can
No, it's like
ask
this, like-
some question here? How? Listen. Don't make me to brought out this fucking stuff.
Give me here.
No, I'm not giving. I'll give it. Yeah, I'll give you.
He can. I told like
I'll
go.
give you.
I go straight like this. He's like no,
Careful,
I can't. This? No, go hard. Hard.
Caralho, Get over there, boy. If and you don't pay, you cotton picking.
Hard.
Caralho, in destruction. You're like an animal. You're a beast of burden. I'm gonna fuck you to death. This is the. I finally met my match. Wow. Who knew I was gonna find love on this fucking thing here? You never know where you're gonna find that one. But back to this shit here. Let's flip that onto you. How the fuck you think? Look at that size. How much you weigh, Caralho? I know it's not a nice to ask the one to a
Right now, like 220.
Now she's weigh 220. Have you ever dealt with a female if this is weight?
No, never.
This size.
I've taken down a few heavy shillers in my time.
I can't imagine that one in the fucking outback, in the dry. You ever seen that movie, The Dry?
What
They
is
were
it?
definitely dry.
Oh,
I don't understand his English.
Yeah.
My English too, but like this.
Your English is fucking crystal clear.
No, mine not. If like my English is gonna be president of the United States, motherfucker.
Yeah, maybe these days, the way
Yes.
shit is going now, you probably hide.
The piss lips.
Yeah, that fucking piss lips. That vagina is tougher than woodpecker lips, boy.
We sell vaginas if you want.
Your mold?
Okay, so when is that?
Ask him.
Would you be open to donating some of that ones to the sick children?
No, they what?
To the sick children from the chapel from cancer? Will you donate some of that fake vagina? Imagine some of these kids is in danger of never to touching, feeling a vagina in their whole life. And maybe they have a fake, they can have your vagina in effigy.
I think this is too much, you know, I crossed the line too much.
Who took the mold?
When they made her vagina, they broke the mold,
it's
caralho. So how the fuck you gonna deal with somebody who have hands like a Herman Munch?
3 drinks of Four Loko.
Craig Jonesy.
25 milligrams of Cialis.
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking about the after party.
No.
I'm talking.
He's not invited for the after party.
I'm talking about the match here because let's be franky. I want to know. Now I start to think you might have some struggle here. So I want to know how if your leg lock game if you don't found that one, where you gonna resort, Joe?
North South joke. Spent a bit of time in North South.
How is your North South?
North South.
That's like a 69. Only.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Like this, I know.
Yeah. You don't want me to put a 69. I start on choppy with you.
Okay.
I do the reverse, so it's like a fucking oil joke.
Yeah, I know this.
Yeah, but I only provide fucking zucchini oil. Cucumber
Be careful.
oil.
Be careful.
I'm very careful. Hey, how you got to be big and strong?
All my family, my sister, my mom, my dad.
Your mom's small.
No, she's like no, it's mom.
She's his mom.
No, but all my like cousins is like they play like basketball, volleyball.
Your cousins is black?
Unfortunately, no. I can say this because I'm the goat, you know. Like I don't have like what.
You're the goat?
I'm the goat. Who have more than me? In
I don't
everything. Nobody.
You're gonna have some goat milk if you're not careful. It's good for my complexion. And for my testosterone. For my information here, who is on this card besides you guys? I mean, I don't want to take away the spotlight from that lovely lady here, but who else is on this card?
Mackenzie Dern, Fionn Davies.
Oh, cara. Oh, now you're speaking my language. Nothing.
You come here and you don't know who will compete?
All I care about, you know what brought me to here tonight? Take a wild guess, cara. Okay. So you got a fit.
Did you wear this for him?
Not for you.
Are you gonna be able to do it? Can you do it? Can she do this one? People want to know that one.
That's why I'm not training, to make it fair.
Huh? You like this?
I'm not training at all.
I don't care about your life. I have problems, you have problems, everybody has sad histories. We like shaking the hands in 1 meter. I don't give a fuck to you.
And the other fans.
No.
Yeah, we caught on check that one.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Okay.
Why is Mika Galvao not in the tournament?
Okay. Look. I don't have like a lot of friends, but I'm like straight with people, you know, like this. I don't like. Is my career, like I compete like so many years, and Mika, I think he compete, for CJI. I don't know how like he talk like with Craig, but it's almost 100%. But it's how they intimidate the athletes, you know. If you don't compete other shows. For me, I don't care.
Oh yeah.
You know,
they try to
but now
to
like,
blackball you.
Not me, like, but me.
Well, somebody, you know, you.
Yeah, and you have like this. We have one chance, like the both athletes. Like I defend CJI because like I go compete for CJI, but no one need to open the mount. If like you choose like one side, choose one side. You know, like they like they don't want to be like bad like one side or other side. I don't have nothing against ATC, but Craig is doing more for the girls right now, and be real, you know. Like have one athlete like Meregali, you know. Meregali, he's like he texts me, I'm not against you, Gabby, but you working for Craig and I working for ATC. I say no, stop. You don't work for ATC. ATC, you need to compete and get the money. And other histories start like coming for me, like they try to pay, like this like this what come like to me, they try to pay the athletes like it's normal, like Rising, when I compete for Rising, they put like money on me like in the stars. But be clear, not like you go there for like 5,000, like for girls, one example, and come here, I give you 50. And I give you this.
But the other girl, they gave you 5.
Like, like I respect Sheikh Tanun. He's like, before like when Craig invited me, I messaged like him. Or it's the promoter Hall of Fame. Because if it's the promoter Hall of Fame, I don't want, because I have more like knowledge than him, I have like how many years I'm my black belt. I don't want to give him like the Hall of Fame. When Craig invited me, I told no. And he did like a share with me, like send me like the contract, like send me date like Joe Rogan. Fuck bitch. But I accept before.
Now what's going on here?
No, like this. When
you have a problem with Joe Rogan now?
No. He sent me the contract like the same day,
What the fuck Joe Rogan have to do with that?
Because he's in the show and he like sent to me like 15 minutes before. I can read the contract. I just signed, but I told him like
smart.
No, it's not smart. Like who invited me for ATC is like Sheikh Tanun. And it's for him what I send the message. The promoter, like of course like I respect him a lot, but he don't respect me like 2022. And before like the announcement, he called me many times for like I don't do this. But why now after like it's my like after 7 ATCs, Now you care about me. Why now? And like he tried, like they say, Gabby, don't do this, don't go. And I'm like, there's nothing going to make it change my mind. Because I asked my master, I asked my dad, my mom, like this, Gabby, go.
Your master?
Craig, why are you passionate about to have these women, to pay these women?
Why? Because you deserve, bitch.
I'm asking. A lot of people want to know. A lot of people question his motive, and I want to know. I want to know right now. Why this? Why no?
I've always been a
Gab, you're flapping your gums. Keep your fucking mouth shut for 2 seconds. Why this cause? Why now?
I've always supported female athletes. Always.
In what sense?
In their entrepreneurial endeavors, such as supporting Gabby's OnlyFans.
And why is this? Why is this passion for you? Why is this something you care? A lot of other guys don't care about that. Why you? Why now?
Good question.
Because a lot of people think you don't have a heart. A lot of people think you're a pig. You're a piece of shit. Let's be frank.
No, it's not true.
No, but you have some hater. Let's be frank.
No, we don't have. I didn't defend him, I hate him, but like, he don't have. He have more people have it like this. People love him in Brazil. People love him.
A lot of people love a lot of people love him, but also a lot of people hate that one.
No, it's like only people like this, the 2 or 3 like on social media. Sorry.
So a lot of people can't.
Who? Give
can't
me
do
names.
God.
Give me names. Who hates this motherfucker?
You're his publicist here now?
No, but it's true, man.
A lot of people think maybe you have an ulterior motive here. Why are you doing this? Why do you care? Why are you trying to upstage a GCC? Why you want to pay these exams?
We just want to get the athletes paid. All the athletes.
All the athletes. Don't matter if they weak than the man.
Doesn't matter.
Who is a weak?
Equal pay. Equal pay.
You can show your Sasquatch feet on there for OnlyFans and make more money than fucking.
I don't do
all
nothing
this.
for money, man.
Why you do it for then?
For like make the history, change the history. I go die. People go remember me, no go remember you. That's it.
People not gonna remember me?
No. But they go remember Craig and me. I make my own history, man.
Yeah.
You make your
You're
own.
making black history now these days.
A lot.
Look at yeah. But let's talk about this, okay? Because a lot of people, this is a new event. This is the now the first one. Okay? How many people is involved in this tournament? 16 of the best.
Of the best.
The best to the best.
You took all the best from ADCC.
You took okay. You took all the best ADCC and you're throwing now. Well, you're gonna get me in trouble here. So you got.
Except for Vinny, by the way.
Thank fucking God. If he was, because if he was involved in this, I walk. So now you have 16 of the best. It's like a combination of all. It's like he might be Bloodsport, the movie, because you have some guys who is from traditional background. You have some guys who's like a American wrestler. You have a Greco-Roman. You have some catch wrestling in there. You have some jiu-jitsu. So it's exactly who's gonna win on that one. Which style is better? I would imagine I would pay upwards of $179 pay-per-view for something like this. How much you charging for this for the people here?
Free of charge.
Get the fuck out of here! Come again?
Free YouTube, Facebook, and X. And
Are you out of your mind, porra?
Clearly.
This is insane. At these prices, how can you make a profit from this one?
Make a profit? It's for charity.
How the kids gonna make a profit?
Ticket sales. Sponsorship.
But it's free. So what kind of ticket sale are you talking about here?
In person.
Oh, that's where you made all the money. So it's free on YouTube.
Facebook and X.
And X? We're not talking about your fucking pussy videos and your feet fetishes and that fucking
because
stuff.
I'm Portuguese, you know. And Bitin, like people like that.
Bitin.
Yeah, Bitin.
Shut up over here.
Bitin.
Shut up your mouth.
Why?
You know what? I'm gonna put you over my knee and give you a cascudo here, like that, and put this on his back to you. You pouting like that. You go like this, like a little baby to me.
Ay, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna diaper you. I'm gonna put a diapers, fresh diaper, baby powder, and then under your nose I put sneezing powder. Caralho. And you go like this, achoo, achoo, and go, baby, one more sneezy powder? Yeah, I'm into some stuff you never even tried that one.
Really? What?
That's fucking what I just told you. I feel alive, porra. For the first time in a lot of years, this fucking CJI is made me to feel alive again. You know?
Me too.
I was tired watching the same old stuff. Over and over, every year in, year out. What's your prediction for the... Don't give me a fucking long-winded answer, too. What's your prediction for this fucking fight? What round? How you gonna win that one? That's it.
The under
Okay,
8?
and then you.
Our match?
No, somebody else's fucking match. Vinny Magalhães match.
I don't know. Like this, I'm like here, like okay, yeah, like of course me. Like.
Show some confidence. Don't be intimidated.
No, like it's like.
I'm gonna ask you again, and stop pussyfoot around the question. How the fuck you gonna beat this guy? He's a grown man from Italy.
I go past this guy, I go mount position, and like there I go see what's happening.
Well, obviously, for the OnlyFans collaboration, you're gonna get your leg broken, and then afterwards, your heart soon after.
Let's see.
Do you really believe that? Craig Jonesy, do you believe that she having no fucking shot against you? Be honest to me right now.
No shot at all. Any position.
That's a big
couldn't
word.
Finish me on or off the
I don't thought I go finish you.
Well, now that we got that straight now, it sounds like we in business here. What's the date of this one again?
16th, 17th August.
So you're fighting on 2 days?
One.
Okay, which fucking one is the one you?
The 17.
So you're gonna fight the 17. What I have in store for the fucking other days and stuff like that?
It's a tournament over 2 days. $1 million.
The $1 million tournament over 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna have a night to sleep it and think about that one. I like that. Look at even the
People
heat.
who died there,
Listen,
like,
the
for
heat
1 million.
is start to rise in here. You feel that? You heard it here, folks. August 16 and 17 is gonna be the battle of the sexy. You have it, Craig Jonesy versus Gab Garcia in a battle for the age, strength, hepatitis C, $1 million, all kind of other fucking people. 16-man tournament, men, women getting paid the same money. All the men and the women getting paid the same money. Who would have ever thought they're gonna solve that one? Not me, but I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna be tuning in on August 16 and 17. You'll believe you me, caralho. And afterwards, sex, Fifi, Gab Garcia for me, for free.
No.
Shut the fuck up. Make sure to tune in live on BET. Or no, the BET. Not BET. The fucking beat. Gab Garcia got me thinking about black guys all of a sudden. I can't forget that one. Beat him, Facebook, and also X, and whatever other shit they on there. And it's gonna be on YouTube channel of B Chimmy. Ciao. Ciao.
But let's shoot a thumbnail.
I like when he said she had a surgery to become a light-skinned black woman.
Yeah. Yo, there's so
We're working on
many
it.
gems.
We'll walk out together.
There's
We're
so
trying
many
to find good
gems.
songs to walk out to.
So
Well,
let's-
just doing. He's
let's-
coaching me at the event.
That is going to be awesome. Yeah, he told me about that.
We're gonna mic him up so the whole crowd can hear his coaching to me.
Oh my God, that's so perfect. Oh, that's so perfect. So let's talk about your show. You decided. Let me get the story straight. You and Mo were friends. You guys are talking. You brought up to Mo, maybe you should pay more a little bit. Maybe take it from 10K to 20K grand prize. You know, we're at T-Mobile. 18,000 people. Can we go 20K? And then he said, why don't you do your own show? Don't worry about what I'm doing. You do your own show, and then we'll see. And then you said, okay, I'll do my own show. Is that how it went?
Yeah, basically, we just disagreed on like where he spent the money. And it's like I always like, again, like I talk a lot of shit online, but I think like the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So what he thinks is good for the sport, you know what I mean? Sometimes you get caught in an echo chamber when you don't really put things in perspective. So like for me as one of the athletes that I think would draw a lot of people to the event, I thought to myself, man, it's like T-Mobile costs $2 million. Thomas and Mack is costing us $200,000. It's like, to me, it's like, man, you're jumping up a lot there. And the streaming rights, God knows, I imagine 7 figures minimum they're getting for the streaming rights to that event. None of that goes towards the athletes. None of the sponsorship money goes towards the athletes. And I just, even as some token gesture to have increased the price in any way would have been so easy to do so early. Like the second, one of the bigger names in the sport, like, because obviously some of the guys, I mean, a good example would be like a Keith Krikorian, you know, like he's in there, he's in the trenches, he's exciting, he's had tons of battles, but he's not really in a position to make a statement. Like he doesn't have as much leverage. So for me, I saw it as, oh, well, let me just lightly prod about the money. And then the sport has a lot of egos in there. Like Seth Daniels, he fired up immediately, ultimately ended up sending me death threats and stuff. Mo, very upset. I mean, and again, it's just like you just start with asking questions, and it would be easy for them to just steer me away from this by either telling me how I'm wrong rather than saying I'm just an idiot that doesn't understand anything, or by some token measure up the prize money, which they said they couldn't do, and they said they couldn't afford to do it. But now we've basically leveraged them into a position where every athlete across the board gets $2,500 minimum to show, which ADCC's never done. He ultimately matched the women's prize money to the men's prize money, so he lifted it from 6K to 10K. Again, when we're talking about a $2 million arena, like it's like, that's not, like to put the prize money up, it's a drop in the bucket. It's a drop in the bucket. So that was really where the feud began. It's just escalated from there. But the beauty of the whole thing is just the crazy characters in the sport make for such good marketing that it's almost unbelievable some of the people involved. So it's just like basically I've just shitposted my way on social media and on podcasts to making this event happen. And now I think we've sold over 5,000 tickets. It's going to be stream free. Like we turned down offers to put it behind a paywall because I want to see, like you personally, Fight Pass don't call you and say, hey, 11,500 people watched. They just tell you if it's good, bad, or if it's ranked where it's ranked. I want to see numbers on the board for grappling as a whole. And that's why I think it's good for not just the athletes and me, but it's good for all promoters in terms of leverage to see where the sport sits. Because for the first time ever, the event organizer will be able to see how many people watch grappling, pro grappling.
I just look at it, like I said at the top of the show, as a fan. You know, I forget that I'm in the same shoes as you. I promote my shows, you know. Because when PGF happened, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, there was a jiu-jitsu. It went all week. It went Monday through Friday, all week, and I was a referee. Like I'm working for the show. I'm like, it feels so good. I told BMAC, because BMAC's my employee. I'm like, it feels so good to be your employee. I just want to be an employee. I never wanted to be a promoter. I'm just trying to make jiu-jitsu as entertaining as possible. That's my goal. I haven't made shit in this business. Little money here and there. Most shows are just breaking even. Most shows. So when I moved away from EBI and just went to Combat Jiu-Jitsu, which is basically EBI with strikes. Everything's the same. 16-man tournament. It's the same thing. Same commentator, same producer, same director. Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds is EBI. It just has a turbo booster on it, you know? And that's what I wanted. And I didn't want my name on the show. I got talked into putting my name. I didn't want my name Eddie Bravo Invitational. That wasn't my idea. My idea originally was sub-only worlds. I wanted to do sub-only worlds. But Victor was the one initially investing his personal money in the first couple shows. So he was like, yo, I think you use your name for marketing. We'll call it Eddie Bravo Invitational. I'm like,
Oh my God, I'm gonna use my fucking name on it. I know people. There's people out there who think maybe I'm a douchebag and I have a giant ego, but I try not to. And I really didn't want to call it Eddie Bravo Invitational. I did it because Victor stepped up and he put his money in his production time. And I go, okay, I could do that. I could be this. So when I finally got the strikes added, it took a while to get through the commission. The commission didn't want to let me add strikes. It took me 10 EBI shows, EBI 1 to EBI 10. Then the commission said, fuck, we'll do combat jiu-jitsu. So then I got it sanctioned. Then I'm like, cool, now we can do what I really wanted to do this whole fucking time. I didn't want to do EBI. I want to do combat jiu-jitsu. I want to do jiu-jitsu with fucking putazos. And so then I finally got it, and then I left EBI in the dust. I go, I get my name out of the fucking in the marquee. I don't want to see my name. It's gross. But so then I just stuck with Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds. It was EBI with strikes. People would say, what happened to EBI? Bring back EBI. Hashtag bring back EBI. And then Fight Pass going, dude, everyone wants EBI back. And I go, okay, I'll bring them fucking back. So then we did that EBI show where Nicky Rod won. That was the one, the first one we brought back. I go, we're going to bring them back once a year because Fight Pass wants it. Not because I brought EBI back. I would have never brought EBI back. Never. Because CJJ Worlds is EBI, but it's better. But people get nostalgic. Oh, what happened to EBI? So I bring it back. We'll do one show a year. Okay. And then I go, you know what? You know, it'd be great if we did all weight classes all week, get EBI out of the way. Once a year, we do all the weight classes in 1 week. Just like ADCC. That would be awesome. I just couldn't get the funding. I presented it to Fight Pass and they were like, yo, that's like, how are we gonna pull this off? So then they kind of didn't want to do it. So I'm like, okay, that was an idea that I thought would be great every day, a jiu-jitsu show, maybe 2 jiu-jitsu shows. Fuck, that would be amazing. That would be the ultimate. Never got it done. But then PGF gets it done. They get that's BMAC show, and then BMAC partners up with Zoltan. That guy's got a gazillion dollars. He puts his money into it. They go to Vegas. They do PGF all in 1 week. So every day there was a show at 4:00, and I was a ref, and I had so much fucking. That was the only vacation I ever been to where I would have stayed longer. Usually every trip I go on, I can't wait to get home. I'm trying to find a flight early. I'm trying to change my flight. I'm always wanting to come home. This was the only vacation in history where I'm like, damn, I could have did this another week. I just, you just go to the hotel, you wake up, 11, 12, go have breakfast or brunch, and then you mosey on your way over to the show, and then you see a badass show, and then you have dinner afterwards with people you love and your friends. I'm like, this is so much fun. We were in Vegas, I never went to one club, never went to one fucking rave, it was just waking up, having brunch, making your way over to the show, and then after the show, having dinner with people I love, and then we go back, I go get on the internet on my hotel room, go to sleep, and do the same thing every day. I fucking love it. So that's when I knew, I'm like, oh shit, this is the shit. That's why I'm doing Jiu-Jitsu Overdose. That's why in December in Cancun, we're doing EBI, Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds, Combat Jiu-Jitsu Mexico, and Medusa, the all-female show. We're doing it back-to-back 4 nights in a row in Cancun, jiu-jitsuoverdose.com. Check it out. That's my attempt at creating the fucking ultimate jiu-jitsu experience. So it has nothing to do with trying to make a profit. It would be great if money would come in and we had 500 people pay for it. Everybody would benefit. The competitors, the staff, the fans, everybody would benefit, and all we need is, 500 people would just set the show on fire, 150 minimum. That's what we have reserved. We have 150 rooms reserved. We're trying to sell that out. I mean, it's not cheap. If you're broke, you don't have a job, it costs $2K, but for $2K, you get an all-inclusive 5-star resort in Cancun, 5 nights, all your food and all your drinks, alcohol free, everything free, and you get a show every night. EBI, Combat Jiu-Jitsu, every night you get a show, and every day you get a high-level seminar. Jean-Jacques is going to teach a seminar, Gio Martinez is going to teach a seminar, Boogie Martinez is going to teach a seminar, and me, I'll teach a seminar, Curtis Hembrov, Master Vic's going to teach a seminar. So there's going to be seminars every day during the afternoon, At noon, you could sleep in, have fucking food at the beach, and then there's gonna be a show every night at 6 o'clock. And then we're bringing out comedians who do jujitsu. Sam Tripoli, Chingo Bling. There's a guy named Ari that opens up for Joe.
Laranja?
I would love to have him out, but he doesn't do stand up. So what I just wanted to make the ultimate jujitsu experience. You wake up late and in paradise, free food, free drinks, seminar with Jean-Jacques, go home, go back to the room, take a nap, go to lunch, and then you're going to go see EBI. And you do that 4 nights fucking straight. That's why I love your show. That's the main reason. I know there's a lot of controversy. I love Mo Jassim. That guy's been nothing but cool with me ever. He's never been a dick to me. Mo Jassim, always been cool. Love the guy. I love ADCC. Fucking love it. The fact that I'm so fanboying out is it's gonna be the ultimate weekend in Vegas.
Yeah, best weekend possible.
Friday, CJI. That's going to be insane. And then Saturday, it's going to be, you guys are doing your show later, so you could still go to ADCC during the day and then catch your show at night. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, we did a little trick. We were like, hey, we're doing the same weekend, but ultimately we left it time-wise. So
that's fucking beautiful. That's fucking beautiful because people are going to be able to see both the show. I want to see both. I love ADCC and I love what the fuck you're doing, man. Fucking love this shit. It's to me, I'm just looking forward as a fan. And you originally, when you called me, you originally asked me if I would commentate. And I don't like commentating. I like having drinks and enjoying the show. You know what I mean? But I would do it for you. You said, hey, maybe you'll commentate. And maybe you could comment. I'm like, me and Joey Diaz, like early days. And I agreed, but deep down inside, I'm like, shit, I would rather just enjoy the show and not have to work. But luckily, you forgot you offered me the job and you gave it to someone else. And I was like, oh, thank God, now I could just enjoy the show. Now I can
I'm going to find you in the crowd and drag you up for a match or two.
I'll commentate one fucking fight. I'll do like the finals or some shit. But I just like enjoying the show. I just like like when I did PGF, I was one of the refs, but that was like 4 refs and we alternated like every match. I'm like, oh my God, it's so great. I only have to work 1 every 4 matches. And then the matches I don't have to work, I enjoy the fuck out of the show. I'm just sitting there watching high level, amazing jujitsu. I'm in heaven. I love it. If there was another show that said, you know what, we're going to do it. Another billionaire comes out from Saudi Arabia. We're going to do another one that same weekend. I'll be like, fuck yeah, let's do 5 shows in one weekend. I love it.
That'd be wild. More grapplers in Vegas than ever in history.
Yes, it's good.
More people get to do ADCC than ever. It's good for everyone.
I haven't even gotten a room yet. I'm like, where am I going to stay? Where's the CJI hotel, the official one? What are you guys using?
So we actually did it like this, right? Because it's short notice and because the athletes are basically, like we're running a bare bones team. So what I called every athlete and I said, hey, $10,001 to show, one caveat. You book your own hotel, your own flight. Commit to the event and I'll tell you need to be here at this date. That's all I'm telling you. You need to be here.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, that's
I hate the back and forth. You know, when you're like, oh, what, like an athletes will try and change flights or they won't get back to you. I'm like, no. If you want your show money,
you got to show up.
You got to show up, yeah.
Show up. Figure it out. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, my God.
Then they're invested.
Yes, exactly. So you're not even getting their flights.
No, not coordinating anything.
Oh, that dude. I think you figured it out. That's brilliant. You let them figure it out. You know, when we first started doing EBI, we would book the card, buy their flights, and half the guys would cancel, and we would waste thousands of dollars every show. And then finally, we're like, we can't do this no more. So now you get your own flight, and we'll reimburse you, but you got to show up. You know what I mean? So less people drop out when they have to buy their own flight. We reimburse, but you got to show up. You got to buy it. Show me you're down. When you show up, boom, we'll get you back. But man, that's crazy. So there is no official hotel. Where you stay? What hotel?
We're just getting an Airbnb. I'll be laying low with security, bulletproof vest.
They're not still mad at you. You ain't getting death threats anymore, right?
Nah, they're a bit quiet now. They're up to something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? I think now they're realizing that you were right this whole time. You know what I mean? Did they upped all the grand prizes to $20K now? Is that what they're doing?
No, man. You know what they did, which is wild, and this is so they paid show money, didn't change prize money. So some guys allegedly are getting between $25,000 to over $100,000 to stay.
Whoa.
I spoke to PJ about this.
real?
I said, yeah, 100% right. I said, PJ Bunch, I said, brother, I don't care what show you do, but make sure you get paid, my man. They got show money to throw around, which to me is a bad incentive. You should be paid to win. You shouldn't be 100K to show up, 10K to win.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah, the way we do it at EBI, and we've always done it, is it's winner take all. We'll pay for your flights, we'll pay for your hotel, but only the winner makes the money. And the winner has to win 4 matches in a 16-man tournament, and each match is worth $5,000 if you win in regulation. So we've had guys that will win the whole thing, and if they won every match in regulation, they get $20K. If they won 2 in regulation, 2 in OT, they win $10K. You get no money for those OT matches. So we've always done that. That's always been how we do it. And like Gordon never was worried about that because he knew he was I think every time Gordon won, not every time, but he usually tapped everybody in regulation. Maybe the first one he won 2 in OT. He beat like Yuri Samoas in OT in that EBI 6 Absolute where no one even knew who he was. That was his coming out party. I think he won 2, so he won 10K. And 10K is because 2 of his matches went to OT. You don't get paid for those, but that's still Abu Dhabi money, right? That's still Abu Dhabi.
That's true.
I love Abu Dhabi. I love Sheikh Tahnoon. I love everything. I just want jiu-jitsu to blow up. I just want to. And what you're doing is a beautiful thing, man. You're blowing it up. Now they're getting show money. It's kind of weird, but they're getting show money. At least they're getting paid.
Who knows? Maybe my investor is Sheikh Tahnoon. He wanted some rivalry to grow the sport. You never know. Know.
That would be hysterical. You think you think your investor will ever be cool with revealing his identity, or that probably never
I think so. I think people could probably figure it out because we're set up as a non-profit and we're going to donate most of the ticket sales to charity. So it's like, obviously non-profits are held to a higher standard. So you could potentially trace down the rabbit hole and figure it out. But sometimes the mystery is more exciting than the truth.
Yeah, I like it. Whether we know who he is or not, it's going to be the greatest weekend in grappling history until December Jiu-Jitsu Overdose smashes that.
Yeah.
You guys don't have stand-up comedians, dog. You guys don't have seminars. You guys don't have crystal clear beaches. All right? We got you. You may have like all the biggest names, yeah, but okay, you don't have free
the biggest
drinks.
names and the biggest women, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have free drinks and free food. That's what we got.
I'll be drunk.
Craig, I know you had to go, man. Fucking love you. Keep doing what you're doing. You better give me some VIP seats at the show.
You're front row.
You better, goddammit. I'll be flipping tables and shit.
Text me your email now so I can send it. I got I send it straight away.
Craig Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Love you, man. See you soon.
See you, brother.
The Jiu-Jitsu Dojo is the ultimate training ground for life. Jiu-Jitsu will accelerate the evolution of your being, your consciousness, your soul. Through this amazing art, you will prove to yourself that you can master anything you set your mind to.
Happy birthday, Eddie Bravo.
I leave for Brazil tomorrow.
Are you the Fear Factor guy?
I'm like 6 pounds over. Time to sweat it out.
Just imagine someone that has no idea how different your game is.
I'll tell you what this weekend was, man. It was a culmination point where all your hard work comes to like one great moment in time. You showed that you're a fucking champion, guy who goes against convention. You created your own shit and figured interesting ways to get around problems in jiu-jitsu. and shows you that great things are possible if you work hard, if you dedicate yourself, and you use your creativity, and you push through. Your own human potential just goes up.
My 10th Planet Association has grown rapidly to over 70 academies worldwide, and their curriculums are all synced to 10th Planet headquarters located in downtown Los Angeles. I'm Eddie Bravo. I hope to see you on the mats.
There's a lot of architecture in the world today on every continent of buildings that are much, much larger than you would think people of our height would build.
Cities in America that look as though they were constructed in medieval Europe.
The outside's incredible, but the inside is built like a palace.
I'm not sure if there were even any schools of architecture back then.
How did they know how to do this thing?
We're at the pinnacle of our civilization now. This is the best it gets. The best we've ever done. Look at the quality of these walls.
Now you'll go through a neighborhood and every home looks the same.
Had we known we're going backwards, everyone would be pissed.
As an architect of 20 years, I like to look at a building as telling its own story. I like to say that stones don't lie.
And they're giving us timelines of like a year. It was built in a year.
The history that we've been told is a lie.
Why would a regular sized human make something so massive?
How did they build that beautiful, beautiful building? Was that building here longer?
I feel like the building was there already.
What was actually in the towers? What kind of technology was up there?
These buildings were built by the prior civilization.
A beautiful, easy, graceful method of travel flushed down the drains.
Nope, no more airships.
And they have to lie to us about it. They had to write the storybooks. We learn about one fire, the Chicago Great Fire.
There were fires in every major city.
Burned to the ground.
It's impossible for any stone building to be burning down.
What's being kept from us is huge.
What a world it must have been.
So there's literally been a cover-up of history in more than one way.
Oh, the humanity.